Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's D&D campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, D. Blackwater, Milo Reuter, and Phoebe Wilheim. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Laris region. With a Liepard holding a moon-touched Aipom, the gang cautiously awaits for the opening of Wilheim Manor, oblivious to the grisly scene within. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to session 108 of Boarding Party.
I thought it was 107.
Oops.
It is 107.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding, it's not.
Uh-oh.
When last we left off,
Uh-oh.
I pulled a little sneaky on you. I said about an hour before the manor opened, we were going to end session for Milo. And then a little bit before the manor opens, a Liepard was going to drop an Aipom off. So we're going to pick up with everybody outside the manor. You've all just awoken. A Liepard has appeared in front of Phoebe and presented at your feet, much like a cat would present its owner with a dead rat. A dead Aipom. All white, moon-touched. Deceased at your feet. To Phoebe's mind, you got about 5 minutes before those manor doors open. The Liepard will drop this Aipom off.
Okay.
And slink about 6 or 7 feet away from you.
Okay.
Keeps its eyes on everybody, but just notions to the corpse and kind of just sits.
Can Bentley do a Pokemon handling check on the Liepard to ask where it found the Aipom? Like, can it show us where it got this?
Sure. I will say you could just ask and see where that gets you, or you could try to handle it.
I will ask first.
Speak English.
Okay.
And if a roll is needed,
Here's where
then I will do that.
Yeah, here's where I'm going to seem like a silly goose.
Okay.
Because as you ask this Liepard, it never breaks eye contact with the moon-touched Aipom.
Oh, it's just staring at it.
It is staring at it. Just dead stare.
It came
locked
from
on.
the tree canopy.
Yep, it dropped down from the tree canopy right in front of you, made no noise, dropped this Aipom at your feet, and left.
Okay.
There's no obvious sign on the body from any of you of how it would have been killed, how it died.
It's okay.
It has no obvious wounds.
I'm not
It
gonna
is just
touch
dead.
it.
Probably a good call.
The Liepard is just staring at
The
the
Liepard
Aipom.
is just staring at the Aipom.
So
When Bentley's done with his thing, I'm gonna
Sure.
do a thing. So I'll let him speak
I
to
want to go up to the Liepard very, very slowly, very steadily.
Crawl in its mouth.
And grab the stone out of its throat.
Small.
Like, another one. We got it.
You're being silly. It's too small.
It ate a pebble.
I got it. I got its talent. And I want to try and do a Pokemon handling check to like soothe it and be like, it's okay. Like, where did you
sure.
find this thing?
Give me a Pokemon handling check.
I mean, is it pretty chill? Or?
15.
It is not very chill.
Oh, okay.
And as you reach out to soothe it, takes a half step back and one paw comes up and claws come out.
Okay, all right. Relax. It's okay. I'll back up. Backing away. It's okay.
Did you kill this thing?
And it spits on the floor.
Okay.
Unusual behavior for a predatory cat.
Cool, man.
Is there anything weird about the spit?
It's other than the fact that
like
you
to
just
analyze
watched a
the
cat
spit.
spit on the floor. No.
Like did you fight it and you killed it, or like, did it kill itself? Cool, man.
Sudoku.
Can I look around? I'm gonna
Sure.
listen
Okay.
and
You wanna listen?
look both.
Smelling.
You want to look and listen? Do we want to do any smelling?
For
Taste the trees.
any similar Aipoms.
Yeah, give me a...
Not even like a moon touch, but just
yeah,
like
give me some kind of looking or listening.
I gotcha.
Or,
Just roll.
yeah,
you just checking for some Aipoms.
just some
yeah,
investigation.
you can investigate, you can perceive.
10 and then whatever.
Plus 6.
10 plus
16.
6, 16.
Damn.
You are quite confident there are no Aipoms in the area, aside from the corpse in front of you.
Okay. And then Mr. Big Ol' Cat is pissed.
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
Through the Pokédex entries, can I look up any known things that this thing like stalks for prey? If it is in fact Aipoms, or
It's a predatory cat.
yeah.
Yeah, they typically will stalk in tree canopies or sometimes even city centers if it's dark enough. They are ambush killers. The corpse in front of you, based on what you're reading and based on your general experience with working in a hospital,
Yeah.
this Liepard didn't kill this Aipom and is
Okay.
actually taking a lot of care not to puncture it when it brought it to you.
Good
Okay.
friend.
And you're all sort of gathering the general demeanor of this thing is complete distrust of everything human. When you reach for a bag, it flinches and claws come out. If you try to reach for it, claws come out, teeth get bared. It is deeply uncomfortable with all of you, but for whatever reason felt compelled to bring you this.
I know you just said a general rundown, but
Yeah.
can I grab like a twig
Uh-huh.
and try to do like a full body exam
Okay. Kind of like
of the
fling the
Aipom?
Medical
around.
grade twig.
Yeah,
give me a medicine check.
While she's doing that and poking
use-
around, I'm gonna have Mute be on guard. So if that Liepard decides to jump out, he's gonna just
Yeah.
tackle it.
The Liepard's kind of just sat a little ways away from you guys. If anybody makes a move to kind of get behind
not
it,
pulling
it will get up and move out of that circle.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be advancing on you, but it definitely likes its space. But yeah, Mute pops out.
Plus medicine.
5.
19.
19 on the medicine. So stop me if you're looking for anything specific, but as you examine this Aipom, there are clear signs from what you've seen.
Okay.
It is moon touched.
Okay.
It apparently survived the procedure just fine and is no longer among the living. You find no obvious signs of expiration. There's no sign of poisoning. You don't think it ate anything. Doesn't
Okay.
look
When you
like
say
anything killed it.
survive the procedure, you mean it survived becoming moon touched?
Yes.
So it was alive after it became moon touched.
Yep.
But there's no clear
There's no
reason.
obvious sign of why this thing would be dead. There's
Okay.
there's no puncture marks, there's no claw marks, there's no scratches, there's no blood. There is no obvious sign of why this creature would be dead in front of you.
Okay.
Do you know how to do autopsies?
What do you think?
Like, if you cut it open, do you think you'd be able to tell more?
cut it
I
open.
don't know if we should cut it
It's
open.
dead already.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but-
the Liepard's not going to like that. I don't think.
What does the Liepard care?
Well, I think it cares a great deal.
I'm
It
gonna
brought
tap
it to
Mana
us.
on the head and be like, "Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you talk to this Liepard over here? Can you ask it why it brought us this dead monkey?"
You tell me, Mana. You know how Mana works these days. Give me a charisma check from Mana to commune with this being.
Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. 8.
Dead monkey. Don't care.
Don't care.
But like,
Dead
why?
monkey don't care. Those are words to live by.
But
you
like, if
understand?
you don't care, why'd you bring it to our
Us.
people?
Thief.
The monkey was? Oh, like, was he one of the ones that stole our stuff?
It just starts licking its paws.
All right, so
So
I don't know what that's
it's clearly
about.
moon touched, but it's dead.
And there's no obvious reason why.
Do you think maybe it had something to do with the full moon? 'Cause there was a full moon last night, right?
Yeah. Right?
Not last night.
Night before.
Oh,
Yeah.
night before.
So 2 nights ago.
So,
Like maybe that has something to do with.
but don't you think that if it had hurt itself and died, there would be the violence? It would be obvious.
Right, that would make sense. But maybe something happens with the moon touched as it relates to like the moon cycles where it can only survive a certain amount of them or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea. But like it's weird that it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't show any signs of like injuries or trauma or anything. It's just kind of died.
Well, that's why I was like, maybe if we cut it open, we'll be able to find out more.
What is with you and cutting it open?
I don't know what you do with dead things when you can't figure out.
You wouldn't know
why
what
they
you're looking
died.
at. You don't know the Aipom anatomy.
That's why I asked her if she knew how to, dumbass.
D is
are
going
gonna
to.
sit
did
out here
not
in the
sleep
jungle.
enough.
These are moon-touched organs for sure.
It's cranky.
D's gonna kind of wander off into the just off the path and kind of like look around, see if there's any other moon-touched creatures nearby.
Sure. We'll do another perceive, investigate. Or nature. I'll allow nature as well.
I will do an
Dealer's choice, though.
I'll do investigation. Natural one.
Natural one. The one
You're
thing.
still really. You're
I'm
still,
very good.
yeah, you're still stressed.
The one thing that stands out to you
bag.
in this brief moment that you're by yourself is how eerily quiet the jungle is right now, as opposed to how loud it was and how active it was all night. But it is eerily quiet.
I don't like
And it's in that moment that you're listening that you hear as the doorway to the manor appears.
Oh, God, don't scare me like that, Drew.
Holy inside of Bentley's stomach.
You idiot kids! You let the moon touch happen!
Tony Stark? Oh, God.
Oh my
No.
god.
There were 14 million reasons why you shouldn't have done this.
We didn't do anything. It happened
It's
to us.
around the time that you're poking this Aipom. As the doorway appears, the Liepard doesn't flinch.
Really?
Seems like it's just observing this moment.
Normal people
Scanning this
shit.
Liepard, when I scan Pokemon, does it usually tell me if it's owned by somebody?
This one is not.
This one is not? Okay.
Okay.
But it will walk up to the door
yeah.
and paw at it.
You want to go in there?
Shit, let it in. I don't know.
Can
Is
you?
that everybody?
Just them.
Where did you find this?
Just motions vaguely to the nearby trees.
Dang it. It's freaking me out, you guys.
I mean, we should just
It's
get inside.
freaking me
Maybe
out.
Milo has an
Yeah,
idea
so
of what's going
Should
on.
we take this Aipom in there?
I mean,
It's
Keep
100%
it-
dead, right?
I mean, I don't want anything to eat it. Yeah, it's dead.
Okay.
100%.
I'm
Lula
okay
could
with
like
that.
Maybe something we can like conjure some kind of thing to like X-ray it or something in the man. I don't know.
That's fair.
Rather
Sure.
than be out here with some
how are we
sticks
gonna
and stones.
how are we gonna move it though? I don't want to touch it.
The Liepard will
Oh, okay, cool.
scruff it.
You
When
wanna-
it
can you
does
bring
that,
this?
can I look at its mouth?
Yeah.
Is it like
How's
does
your
it
dental?
have that gray
Let's
coloration?
do medicine.
You got dental coverage?
Don't roll a 1 again.
Got dental
Stop.
in there?
You got a lot of plaque, dude.
It's better.
14 for
That's better.
medicine.
14?
Yeah.
No sign of moon touching on there, and you're noticing it's keeping the teeth back.
So maybe
It's just
Smart
picking
Kenny!
up the...
Okay.
maybe
The monkey.
it
I-
can't spread moon touched if it's deceased.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't want to risk it though.
Bentley's gonna open the door to the manor, and
You can't go in. No, just
I mean,
Hold on!
he'll open it and just like gesture to everybody to go in because he has a different reason for going in anyway because that he
Excellent.
wants to check. But
Perfect. This is going to be a great way to set the scene.
Okay.
As you open the doorway and gesture for everybody to enter,
Yeah.
behind your back, I'll say at this moment, CJ and Phoebe are the two paying the most attention.
okay.
Dee's looking at the Liepard's mouth. Bentley
Right,
has
right.
his back to it.
Okay.
You all see Bullet covered in blood in the middle of the foyer. There is a crater through the tiles. There is a body in this crater that Bullet is currently withdrawing his massive talons from. Stepping out into the foyer behind, stepping out's a poor choice of words, running out into the foyer following are Wadsworth and Milo.
Running into the foyer
Into
from
the foyer from his room.
Okay.
Running out into this entryway of your manor. And you see a corpse. Horribly mutilated. Very difficult to discern from your current positioning.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Violet hovers out, sheathes the sword, and kind of drops to one knee and puts a hand on the corpse.
What? I'm
So at this
gonna
point, I'm
run
going to
in.
hand the reins back to you.
What
I'm running in.
the hell is going on?
Yeah.
What's happening?
They've
Bentley
run.
will try and like look over his
As
friends.
Phoebe and CJ come running in, Dee and Bentley, you both see your friends go running in, and there's some kind of commotion going on in the foyer.
I'm running over to where Bullet is and trying to see if I can, like, who is that?
Thank God. We need
What?
an ambrosia right now. I need an ambrosia.
Who is that?
Just get us an ambrosia.
I'm gonna
We
run
need
to
it
my
right now.
room. I'm
What's
running to
going
my room.
on?
The body in the crater, mutilated though it is Bang.
What?
Okay, I'm running to my room
Perfect.
without saying anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab one ambrosia from the secret.
Okay. Yeah. Those of you looking at Bang's now deceased corpse, organs are spilling out. There are tentacles attached to his back. And a good portion of his torso has been jammed through with Bullet's beak.
What?
Milo, what happened?
Bullet is coated in blood and interposes himself between Milo and everyone else.
Okay. I'm gonna run back out with the ambrosia.
Okay. You appear with ambrosia in hand.
And I'm gonna...
Give it to him. Administer it.
Okay!
Stat.
I'm gonna give it to Bang.
Okay. As you administer the ambrosia to Bang, the organs kind of pool back in. The blood seeps off of Bullet and back in.
God.
Those wounds close over, and the tentacles that have been attached to his back slop off. Bang, you should have access to your character sheet again. I don't know if you've tried in recent days, but you should
No,
have had access.
I literally just looked at it and I was like, Joel, what happened?
Oh, no, let me look at it.
What's going on?
Check the stats.
As Bang gets to his feet, clearly disoriented, no longer full of rage, that moon-touched scarring and burning was never present on this body.
Bang, are you good?
Big hug to you. Kind of squeezes you, lifts you up, pats Bullet on the back as Bullet drops to a slightly less defensive posture. As Wadsworth stands just behind everyone, just scanning for any threat to you.
I'm sorry that had to happen to you.
What happened?
And it is a rough high five.
And your hand's
for
broken.
Milo. Yeah, you get a little bit of bruising on the kind of like knuckle bone on the inside of your hand, whatever those are called.
Bentley's gonna go up to
actually, no.
Bullet and like
This
look at the blood in
inside
his
knuckle? I don't
feathers
know.
to make sure that it's not like his blood.
It's all gone now. It all pooled back into Bang.
Along with his
Right
guts.
where it was meant to be.
Is this real? Is this actually happening?
It.
Bang
Yes.
will run over and just tackle you.
We
Big
have-
hug, hands on the face, and then do this big excited gorilla jump with you.
We have a lot to talk about, but I'll give you a minute to catch up with your friend.
Bentley's just gonna
Thank you.
pinch himself.
I'm sweating
Yeah,
on
it
the
hurts,
floor,
yeah.
just...
Yeah, Phoebe, as you're kind
What?
of like... to go back in time a bit and slow down a moment, stretch it out.
Holy
The
shit.
ambrosia, the way that it functions, is a single... It's almost as though the entire vial is a single drop of nectar. And it pools in, and you watch as all of Bang's veins pulse gold. You can see this corruption just pushed out of his form.
Does it just
it's
disappear?
also...
The-
It's at this point that sort of corruption will congeal in the air in front of him. And I'm going to turn it over to Milo and
Okay.
ask you what you do with it.
Uh,
Because you're the only one that gets to see this.
oh, they don't even see it at all?
Correct.
Okay,
So I'm
great.
being selfish and stretching a moment out into a million.
Oh
boy.
I will,
Great.
I will take it.
Okay. Take
it.
Yeah, what?
Excuse
I
me.
put it in my pocket.
you,
Put it in my body.
You're gonna have to elaborate on that.
Climbs inside of me.
hold on. So in order to do that, do you assume the...
Position.
Or we just take
Do
it?
I have to do that to take it? Okay.
To take it with you, you would have to do this.
Otherwise, what? It floats there?
To do
Otherwise,
any of the three options,
you
you
can
have to do
destroy
that?
it. If you want to keep it with you,
Yeah.
you would have to...
Yeah, no, I understand that, but
keepies.
destroy it, I don't have to. And option 3, I don't have to.
Only if you want to do the one that you just said. Which is kind of unfortunate.
Destroy it.
I know the rules are a bit hazy at the moment.
Yeah,
I not
I'm still gonna
have to.
take it. I'm
Okay.
gonna take it.
You all see... You all see Milo in this moment as Bang is kind of standing up, sprout these golden spectral 6 arms, and they reach out and put their hands over Bang and pull that darkness and corruption and those tentacles and the oils that have been coating Bang, compress it into a ball, and force it into Milo's chest before they fold back inside.
So we see that.
You see that! You don't see anything else that just went on. But there's not really a way to describe that in
So
such
do
a
we
manner.
see like the ball that he pushed, or it's like it's just
Just
the
golden
hands?
arms reach
Right,
out.
okay.
You see Bang kind of purify, get to his feet, and heal. At which point he will leap over, hug CJ, jump up and down like a happy gorilla monkey boy.
Push the cube into my chest, Milo.
So you can put.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you can put death and darkness and doom onto your sheet.
You Doc
real
Ock.
quick.
In the moment that you do this, because again, I'm being selfish. I'm stretching this moment out. Wadsworth will kind of like put an arm out protectively in front of you, but otherwise makes no motion against the rest of the tots.
How did you do this?
This is gonna be a lot. So if you want to, I don't know if you need a moment with your team or whatever. If we're ready to
Hold that
jump
thought real
into
quick.
this.
And Bentley's gonna run to his room, and he wants to get Dragon and Huntail like their balls out of the PC,
Okay.
and he'll release Dragon. Like, release is the wrong word. He'll throw
Send
the ball
Dragon
out.
out?
Yeah, like
I need Bentley to roll initiative
Oh my
Okay.
god.
for himself and Dragon.
What?
oh boy.
He's a magic carp.
What's the
Yeah.
worst he can do?
A
Ancient
moon
power
touch.
my body in half.
Flop. He'll be fine.
He's gonna do moon touch
He's
splash.
just gonna do a floppy flop.
In that moment, Arjan enters the foyer
Okay.
with Atticus
Uh-huh.
holding a ball of flesh,
Yeah.
recongealed and
Excuse
reformed
me.
in their little talons,
Bruh.
and they fly over and drop it in front of you.
Perfect.
What the hell is happening?
Dude, I'm so fucking done right now.
Milo in
damn
the
it.
manor alone. What happened?
Where's
He's a
Ansem?
Damn babysitter.
Ansem is. You still see like electrical sparks.
he's
shooting
just
out
in
from
his
under
room.
door. Yep. He has no idea what's
I've
going
just
on.
glanced over. I'm still just sweating on the floor, like
Yeah.
staring
Perfectly
at Milo.
reasonable response to have. The only exception I will make in this brief moment is to just briefly ask who is out on whose teams.
So Bang looks completely normal at this point.
Bang looks as he did when he went in the box.
So like he still is like gray on one. Okay.
No, he's
normal.
completely restored and back to normal.
When he went in the black box,
When he
not
went
the
in,
PC
he
box.
went into the black box.
Okay.
He's completely restored to the moment right before everything went bad.
Cool.
Okay, for me it's BB and Sage.
BB and Sage,
Yeah.
excellent.
Mine's been Mutant Star.
Mutant Star, okay.
Mono's around my neck and
Yes.
Crash is also out.
Mana will, in a rare turn of form, teleport from the back of your neck over to near Milo, and just kind of hovers in the air next to you, and just kind of stares, very quizzically, but not in an intrusive way.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be reading you. She's just observing.
Sure.
So Arjan and Atticus came out and
Arjan and
delivered the
Atticus
flesh
have
ball
brought a
to-
ball of flesh, once destroyed, now put back together.
Looking at this ball of flesh, does it look like there's something in it?
No,
No? It's just
it
an
is
inert?
entirely unoccupied.
Okay.
And these two seem to have no issue dropping it, getting rid of it, not attempting to catch anybody with it. Dragon and Bentley, how did we do on our initiative rolls?
So I'm assuming that
I die.
it looks like the stats are okay for
I'm
moon
gonna kill
touch
you.
things. So Dragon is a
Thank you.
6,
Just put me out of my
great.
misery.
and Bentley is 14.
Okay, so Bentley, you will be going first, but as Dragon exits the ball,
Yeah.
it registers to you now as an unoccupied Pokeball. The thing that lands in front of you resembles a Magikarp at its core, but it's standing on these long tentacled limbs. And there are these barbs kind of just growing from around it, and it's
You did this in your
This is
room,
in
right?
Bentley's
Okay.
room.
Right on.
So
and
none
it
of us
is-
know.
No. And it is just lurching towards you, and you can see this galactic beam charging in its mouth.
Bruh.
Bye, Bentley.
But you're up first
Bruh.
on a 14.
Well, Bentley will bury you next to Cloud.
Yeah, do that. So This is a question that I'll pose to you because from the last session, Mortar was out because he did the intimidation check on the Aipoms.
Yeah.
I would assume that he would have gone with Bentley, but
I will leave that up to your discretion.
This is like the most CJ move.
If Bentley...
well, so the logic.
If Mortar would have
This is
followed you,
interesting.
he can be there.
The
your
logic
Pokemon.
from Bentley was if the Aipom was moon touched and like had been moon touched, and then the full moon happened and it died, that's a theory. So he wanted to see if Dragon was still alive, having been moon touched. Like if he threw it out and he's just dead, theory confirmed. Not thinking like, oh, this could be really bad, and here we are.
But Bang
But
clearly
Bang,
was
but Bang just
dead because Bullet killed him.
Well, yeah, but like
the
what?
Bang situation.
What does that have to do with anything?
He was moon touched.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but so was
And
the
in the
Aipom.
manor.
Well, Jordan's saying he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Before Bullet killed him.
There wouldn't have been blood everywhere.
Like the full moon would have happened and Bang would have died and we wouldn't have had
This
to kill him.
wouldn't be happening. This whole occurrence in the manor
He's
wouldn't
not
be
thinking.
happening.
He's
That's
Either
fair.
way.
That's fair.
That's totally fair.
That's
That's
fair.
totally fair.
Either way,
That's fair.
go ahead and roll initiative for Mortar if Mortar would be there.
Totally fair. But
I'll leave that up to you. He's your partner. He would have been out.
yeah. I mean, he would have been out.
If he
so
would have
that's
followed
the
you, he would
logic.
be there.
This time on Moon Touch.
14 also.
14 also, very good. So I will say Bentley and Mortar, between the two of you, what are you doing? You see this amalgamation of sorrow and pain in front of you
Mom Mortar.
as this thing seems to be looking to share some of that with the two of you.
Come on, Mortar. You got your big cannon arm.
Yeah, so Bentley is going to act first. He'll look at the ball,
Launch
and you
Dragon
said
to
the
the
ball
moon.
is looking like it's
It looks like
just-
it's never been used.
Right, okay, so he's just going to take it and like
fatal.
throw it back at Dragon.
Awesome. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not difficult to catch moon touch
Please,
Pokemon.
please. Use your crocodile of courage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank god you have that.
18.
Can we do
18.
it all?
Yeah.
I won't be super rude, but Dragon deflects the ball quite handily.
I won't be super
That
rude.
tracks.
He's not going to shatter it. It's a magic part at its base. He's
He
not going to
breaks
blow it
it.
up.
So
But he does
coming
deflect
towards
it
you.
quite handily and begins lurching towards you as we jump to Mortar.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh god.
Mortar's gonna interpose himself in between this thing and Bentley.
Okay.
God. And he'll try for an elemental punch.
It's
All right.
because none of us can help.
What
I was
element
trying to
are
hear
we going for?
something.
Well, that's fair.
Huh?
What element are we going for?
Electric.
Electric.
I
Okay.
think this is maybe where we hear it.
Thunder punch. That is a 17.
17. If that would hit Dragon, you may roll damage using the new rules of Elemental
I
Punch.
mean, I hope it would.
I don't think Dragon's AC has changed much.
Okay, yeah, we're chilling
Thank
then.
God.
Yeah, I don't think we've messed with that at all.
Yeah, that'll vary hit.
That's good.
Floppy whippy woppy.
Hit him. Hit him hard. Hit the tentacles off him.
Hit the tentacles often.
Oh. Well,
That's 15
Okay.
electric damage.
15 electric damage, and it would deal super effective damage, which means things happen. Mortar is different from probably the last time you've used it.
Okay, I like it.
It should be on your sheet, but I will pull it up for you.
the-
If you would deal super effective damage, roll an additional die of damage after applying bonuses. So you roll your dice, you double it, and then you roll an additional one
Okay.
Yes.
because it's thunder.
3 more.
3 more. Okay. Dragon, you take an appropriate amount of damage.
I don't like how big that was.
So that would be 36.
36. Is Dragon still up?
Unfortunately, in this
Okay.
case. Jesus.
oh boy.
Dragon.
Oh boy.
I need you to roll a cosmic power targeting Bentley.
Holy shit.
What I'm about to relay makes this so much worse.
What if
Goody.
we burn all of these ambrosias right now?
Goody goody
We're
gumdrops.
gonna probably have to.
Goody goody gumdrops.
So just go ahead and roll a d20. We're going to add 8. Half of the damage, if it hits Bentley, will hit Mortar.
That's a 16.
16 will hit Bentley. Please roll 4d8 lunar damage.
Cool.
Might be a wrap, boys.
Holy fuck.
Might be a wrap.
You're in the 30s. If you roll bad on one of the dice, we're okay. Good. You're okay. You're not gonna be good.
I'm not okay.
But you're gonna be okay. You're not gonna die.
18 damage.
18. Very good. Dragon sizes you up, and I hesitate to call it dragon. It's more of an entity at this point. Dragon's barely in there. Positions itself, kind of skitters up onto the wall, and fires one of those sickening green beams. And it hits you not so much physically as spiritually. Right through the chest.
Can we roll to see if we've heard any of this at this point, or
Sure.
is this fair game that we've heard it?
I will say at this point, sure, you guys can roll. I would assume Bentley would just leave his door open. But
we
as
all
this
have to roll?
beam, this
Okay.
beam carves through Bentley, it also impacts Mortar. Yeah. So Milo, you kind
There's
of
a lot
turn
going
your
on out
head.
here.
You hear the that can only be the sound of a cosmic power.
I'll start running that way.
Where are you going?
Bentley's in trouble.
What do you mean?
I don't know what's going on in there, but he's in trouble.
Follow.
Okay. We'll get to that. Top of the round. Bentley. You now have this green scar on your torso. Ooh. On both sides. Ooh. Something went clean through you, and it went through Mortar to get there.
Oh, boy.
So like as Bentley gets hit and is like recoiling onto his keister, he'll grab Rose's Pokeball and like just throw it off to the side.
Okay. Rose hits the field.
Okay. And he'll like give Rose a look and like look at his chest like, I'm in trouble, I need your help.
Awesome. So let's roll initiative for Rose, and then we'll jump to Mortar's turn.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It's a 20 on the initiative for
20 on
Rose.
the initiative.
Why does
Awesome.
it say false?
Let's jump to Mortar.
Because it's not true.
So I don't have grassy terrain. You're saying I don't have grassy
It's
terrain.
not currently on.
Yeah, if you turn it on, it will say true.
Or
It'll work.
So it's supposed to be there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
False means you're
I'm
not
just
doing
making
it.
sure. Well, this hashtag ref explanation mark.
yeah,
Doesn't
we'll
make
fix
sense.
it later.
Okay.
Hashtag
In any
ref-
event, Mortar.
yes. Mortar's gonna go for another Thunder Punch on
Awesome.
this entity.
Phenomenal.
That's a 26.
That'll do ya.
Okay. And
Do some more electric damage.
yuck. That's 8. Oof. And then
Okay, so 8 total or 8 doubled?
8 doubled.
Okay,
So,
so
that'll
16.
be 16, and then the additional die is 10 more.
So 26.
Yeah.
Okay, the entity in front of you collapses to the ground, and we are no longer in initiative.
Okay.
Did you bring the Aipom in? I don't remember. The Liepard did?
Yeah, but it's in the foyer.
If you would allow the Liepard into
Yeah,
the manor, it will
yes,
follow you.
because he
otherwise,
pawed.
it's just pawing
No.
at the invisible doorway, like,
Like I
excuse
got-
me.
Yeah, I let him in.
Hello.
When he made it evident that he wanted to come in,
Okay.
I
You allowed him.
invited. Yes,
The Liepard will then slink in and sit in like the corner of the entryway,
holding
holding the Aipom.
Okay. Good. You watch that.
So Mortar, as
job.
you absolutely pulverize and fry this entity in front of you, there's no change in its form, and we're gonna move to death saves for it. But otherwise, around this time, Milo, you will arrive at the doorway, having heard this first. But it's just your movement to get to the doorway.
Okay.
Anything else you do is up to you.
Okay. What was going on in here?
Dragon. And I'll just point to the tendril form thing up against the wall.
It's like on the floor though, right? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was up
jumped
on the wall and
attacked
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
and then
got
got
punched
hit
and then
again
just went
flopped.
like a horrible mass of sticky goo. They're tarot cards.
I was
I'm
gonna say, I was like,
I'm
are you
using them as
tarot cards
it's
right
a
now?
quiet fidget cube, is what it is.
So we're out of initiative now.
We're out of initiative
Okay,
now.
so Rose is gonna go over to Bentley and use calming waters on his chest particles.
Phenomenal. I'm gonna roll a death save for Dragon.
I'm going to look out into the foyer back at these two. Like we might need another ambrosia.
Okay. Well, I'm right behind you, pretty
Okay.
much, or like close enough. You could just, say it.
Okay, well then I'll just say it.
I'm gonna run back to my room.
Okay. All signs of life depart from the dragon entity as it stops breathing.
Okay. I'm gonna run back.
Those tendrils remain.
They're still there?
Everything is still there.
Okay. I'm going to take the flesh ball
Okay.
and try to catch the tendrily bits.
Phenomenal. Yeah. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Dude, what is happening?
Catch those tendies.
Sorry, a what?
Roll an intelligence
Catch
check
the
for me.
tendies.
Oh god.
God.
A whopper
damn it.
7.
Can something good happen in this series of events? Series of unfortunate
Milo,
events.
as you,
You're welcome,
as you
guys.
hold this
Thank you,
flesh ball
Yeah.
out, a whole bunch of things happen. The tendril bits are the target of this sort of psionic tether that are created by this ball. Now, you've only seen this a handful of times. Once in a nightmare, and once right before a living nightmare. As these tendrils lash out, they don't grab for dragon. They grab for the thing pretending to be dragon.
Yeah.
And you hear this horrible tearing of reality. As in the place of this entity, as it is ripped into this ball in your hand and seals shut, is a golden, sunburst Magikarp. His corpse.
Yep.
It is dead.
Yep.
But it is actually dragon.
Yep. Good.
As you hold that flesh contraption in your hand, there's this little gaseous release that you gather is the
You did
biological equivalent of you've captured
Good
a
job.
creature in
That's
here.
disgusting.
It is nasty.
It farted.
I'm gonna ask you a disgusting question.
Okay.
Love that.
Yay!
What would you do with the entity? It does not register as a Pokemon.
It's time to battle.
You haven't caught it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm gonna open a weird door for you.
Okay.
I'm going to give
Oh,
you
cool.
the benefits of a spell that you will not be familiar with, so I will assist you at every step of the way.
Okay.
I'm going to consider this entity under the effects of a soul cage for you, because that is what this ball does. Devin will know what this is, and Devin is going to be deeply concerned. So what I'm going to tell you right now, and
I don't know
You
what
have-
it is, and I'm deeply concerned.
you have 8 hours to come up with what you want to do.
Okay.
You may, at any point, use a bonus action to steal life from this entity and regain 2d8 hit points. You can ask it a question, no action required, and it has to answer as much as it can. It can't lie to you. You can give yourself advantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Or you can use an action to go to any place that this entity has been and scry for 10 minutes.
What the heck?
You get 6 of these,
Ever?
yes,
Okay.
during which time it will be known to you, so maybe act fast. Dragon cannot be resurrected from the dead because his soul is in that ball.
Oh.
When you finish asking your questions, his soul will be released.
Oh.
There is a catch-22 to this. If you release his soul, the corruption will return to his body.
So if I ask a question, that's
8
one of the
rapid-fire
6
questions.
things.
Yep, one of 6 things. When you use this ability 6 times,
Yeah.
Dragon's soul will be released, and you'll have to figure out what to do.
Okay.
Now, this effect lasts for 8 hours. If you don't take advantage of any of these
It goes away.
benefits or abilities,
Okay.
the corruption will be destroyed,
Okay.
and those doors will be closed to you.
Okay.
And Dragon could then be resurrected if you so chose with an ambrosia.
Yeah.
It will be obvious to you in this moment, as the new master of this entity.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's gross. Dragon would be fine if you do not mess with his soul. But some fights are bigger than one life. These are the difficult questions. This is known to Milo and only to Milo. So I apologize for the metagame knowledge that you all must now deal with. But this is only for Milo.
I'm not listening.
When you say I can go anywhere it's been, is that
anywhere it has
like
been?
just I can mentally see it? I'm not actually
Yeah,
there.
because you're scrying.
You
right?
will
You're not-
scry on any place it has been. It's not a memory. It is
It's
current
current.
day. Anywhere this entity has been, you could learn things.
Yeah.
But if you do, when the 8 hours is up, the corruption will return to Dragon.
Can I interact in any way?
You can only see and hear.
Okay.
So it's like the memories in like the Harry Potter thing.
Almost.
The memory threads.
Almost, but
can,
you're
like-
not going back in time.
Pansy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
It is-
what's happening at that very moment.
So if you were to look at a house that
Gaze
they
into
lived
the
in,
memories.
you're not going to see when they were there.
Right.
You're going to see what's there right now.
Yeah.
I want
It's
to.
like a Nest cam.
Okay.
I want to ask
Okay.
if I would know, and then
Okay.
if not, then I want to ask this question.
Phenomenal.
Why didn't that work? Like removing the tendril bit with the ball and leaving dragon.
It did.
Oh, but it just does that every time.
It will do it once. This ball has now
Yeah,
functioned.
I get that part. But
It worked in essence that it also takes his dragon's soul.
It did.
So like
It did what it said it would do on the tin.
okay.
On the tin? Excuse me?
I'm speaking veiled for...
Yeah.
I'm assuming
For
it's
Joel.
like
Gotcha.
Milo's knowledge was this will fix them, but it was like the genie that's secretly evil is like, yeah, but also it takes his soul and he's going to be dead. But it'll be fixed.
So you have...
Right.
He's
I mean,
fixed, but
There
Yeah,
are
yeah.
options
you
in
didn't
front of
say
you.
that. Like I didn't have
There
to
are
say
options
that.
in front of you.
I mean, I said
And
what
in
I
this
meant.
in this brief moment, Mana will turn to you with remarkable intelligence
Oh, okay.
and kind of like open
Yeah.
her eyes
Sure,
and look
sure.
at you. And
Yeah.
it's her,
Okay.
but she'll look at you and be like, "What do you think you'll do?"
Oh, Jesus.
Just into your head.
Ooh, that gave me the goose pimples.
If I scry, am I like legit gone for that amount of time? Like,
You're
to
there.
them, to
Yeah.
them though.
But
Like,
you'll-
am I just?
You're standing
Yeah.
there and your eyes are going crazy. Like
Yeah.
You'll be kind of slack-jawed and your eyes will cross and like you'll
Stranger
drool a little bit.
things.
No, I'm just kidding. You'll be there, but you won't be there.
You're gonna look real stupid.
just standing
okay?
and
It will.
drooling.
It
You're gonna
will
be
mute.
embarrassed when you come back.
It will mute your senses.
Milo, did you
Okay.
piss yourself?
In that case, I will let them know.
Let them know.
You guys, like, hey, I know there's so much going on, but this just happened, and I
have the ambrosia. What is happening?
don't use it just yet. Please, just give me like 20 minutes and don't freak out. Like, don't
What am I doing?
just leave me alone for a
Am I
second.
giving this to him?
No, not yet.
Bentley's passed out.
I'm
on the
just
ground, by
collapsing,
the way.
holding this ambrosia.
Bentley collapses. on the
Rose has healed him for 4
Okay.
so far. I don't know how much she's allowed to
As
continue
much as you
using
want, as long as
calming
you wanna
waters.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket the ambrosia and go over to Bentley.
Okay.
And check out the damage.
Bentley goes, "Oh!" and collapses into Mortar's big
All
arm.
right, Bentley's fine.
Shakespearean actor. Yes.
If he could do that,
An
then
actor.
I'm gonna do a medicine to try to help him.
Sure.
Heal me.
I'm just gonna be
Oh,
watching
boy.
Milo at this point.
That's a
Okay.
real crappy roll. It's 7 altogether.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
My hands are trembling.
Yeah, you're like,
Punch him.
like,
Damn it, that didn't work.
yeah. Bentley's out cold. He's just
Rose will slap your hand away with a flipper. And
I'm
just
trying to help Rose.
keep doing calming waters.
Actually, slap me again.
in the midst of all this.
I would like to, and I can, like, in theory, I could scry to like 10 places if I, or 6, sorry.
You could scry to 6.
could
You
do-
get 10 minutes
Yeah. Okay.
in that space.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, it is obvious to you.
Uh-huh.
Weird rules of the spell.
Yeah.
If anybody were to be able to tell that you were scrying, say they could see this invisible thing, they would see a tortured visage of the entity that you were scrying from.
Oh, so
So they
see,
would
like,
know something's up,
Yeah. Okay.
and who's giving up that location,
I see.
for better or worse.
Okay.
But just
Interesting.
because it's a spell, we don't usually use those here, but we're doing it right now.
So maybe
So then,
I
are we
shouldn't
going
do
to
the first
clarify
thing I was
here?
gonna say.
We're in Bentley's room.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Bentley's
in
in here?
Bentley's room. Bentley's
Everybody.
unconscious.
I am not.
CJ is not in Bentley's room?
The three of you, as
We're in
far as I
Bentley.
have been told,
Yes.
are in Bentley's room.
You guys stayed
CJ's
outside.
been hanging out with Bang. Happy reunion. There's a Liepard in the foyer,
Yes.
sitting patiently.
Yes, okay. That's been clarified. Before you get to do anything,
This is like time limited. I will explain everything.
no.
I don't.
No time limited.
Okay,
What are you doing?
We can talk about this now and Dragon can die, or you can let me do this.
I trust you, but I swear to God.
Okay.
What's Wadsworth doing at this moment?
a talking to.
Wadsworth is standing right behind Milo with a long, crystalline purple psionic blade in his hand.
Bro,
Just staring.
sick.
It's not drawn menacingly, but he's just watching.
Okay.
He is watching and waiting, making
he's
sure
with
nobody
us.
makes any moves.
Or he's out in the foyer.
He is with Milo.
Okay.
I'll notice that Mana's gone and then go find everybody else and be
Yeah.
like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, Mana is currently hovering maybe about 2 feet from Milo. She's not getting too close. But just hovering, eyes wide open, no sign of exhaustion, just staring.
I would like to initially go observe the moon. If it's been there, which I'm assuming it has.
Inside? Outside?
Huh?
In the moon?
Oh,
The moon.
sorry.
He's scrying.
You want to scry?
Yes.
Yeah, it has been there.
Okay.
Is it your
I
wish
thought
to
you've
see?
seen the
Yeah.
moon.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be literally on it.
Is it your intention to relay everything that you're seeing?
To everyone else?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, then nobody else has to leave.
Yay. I was
As
just like, if
you-
you say no.
If you take a moment to concentrate on this entity's being,
Mm-hmm.
you will be locking Dragon to his fate.
Wait,
Just
I
so
thought it was
that
the
is clear.
opposite.
If you use any of the abilities
Yeah.
granted to you by this ball,
Yeah.
Dragon will be condemned to continue his curse when you are done.
Oh, I thought you said the opposite.
If you contain,
thought I had to do it.
If you contain this corruption for
Yeah.
8 hours,
Yeah.
Dragon could then be resurrected.
Oh, I see.
He is currently fully dead,
Okay.
and the corruption is separate from him.
Got it.
If you maintain that separation
That's
for
what I
8
want to
hours,
do. Okay, then never mind. I withdraw. I thought
yes.
I thought you
if
said the
you
opposite.
if you do
My mistake.
any of those abilities,
Got it.
Dragon is condemned.
Then no.
The corruption will
Oh.
return
Oh.
extra fast, and things will get much
Okay,
worse.
I thought it was interesting
thought
that
it
you
was-
didn't even talk to Bentley about it. I was like, oh, okay.
I thought Drew said you have to
Yeah, I
do
thought
these
you said
6
you had to do
things
the
and then it'll
things.
go.
No.
Okay.
If you
Because
do
then
any
it's
of those
releasing
6,
that soul back.
that's me saying if you are saying that Dragon's life is worth less than everything on,
Yeah. Okay.
everything at
got
risk.
It. I totally misheard.
Yep.
Then yeah, I'm not
then
doing
you
it.
could do this.
Then I'm rewind.
Yes.
I'm not.
it's
no.
kind of fair.
I thought it was a no-brainer. I thought that was why.
This is a. This is
I was
sort of
like, have a conversation with Bentley, but
But you
Bentley's
have-
going to be
you
like,
have
you should
8
probably
hours
do
to
it.
make
Yeah,
the
you have 8
decision.
hours
Yeah.
to make this choice. If you do any one of those things,
Yeah. No, I understand.
every one that you
Yeah.
do will accelerate Dragon's process.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
So are we playing back?
Yeah.
I love this. This is great. I knew this was gonna happen.
You have to say it backwards, Tia.
Anywho's, walk in. All this is seen.
Yes.
Bentley's getting healed. Like, I guess we'll chat in here, and I'll call in D and CJ.
The Liepard will follow about 20, 25 feet behind everybody.
Okay.
But we'll kind of just sit awkwardly in the middle of the foyer and just kind of stare at you.
Okay. And
Not through you, not
Yeah, just-
looking at you, but just stares and then drops the Aipom on the floor and just sits like any sort of regal cat would do.
I can't help it.
How many times am I allowed to do calming waters?
As many
By
as
the
you
by.
want.
Okay.
You can, as long as you have time for it, you're good.
Too much.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot's
Okay,
going
so
on.
I was ready.
A lot's going on.
And you guys came in guns blazing.
A lot's
Bentley is
going
still
on.
passed out on the
I
floor,
didn't
by
do
the way, but
anything.
Rose is healing him.
Okay.
Don't you
I'm going to button up my captain's cloak,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to kind of bring my arms in, and I'm going to have my my hone edge kind of wrap around,
Yeah.
just in case.
Arm yourself?
Yeah,
Sure.
Like because Wadsworth's freaking me out.
Wadsworth is meant to.
Yeah.
Wadsworth, to everyone who is there.
It took Rose 4 turns of calming waters to get Bentley back up to full health. So I will use that amount of time before he wakes up from being passed out.
About 30 seconds.
Okay.
Wadsworth is standing as a bodyguard or any sort of important entity would to sort of like interpose. If there is something Wadsworth would see could be a threat, he is in between that creature and Milo.
Okay.
If Mute is out, he would get there. If Mortar is out, he would kind of be in between.
Okay.
He's not threatening anybody.
Yeah. Right.
He is making sure nobody threatens Milo.
Okay.
And he is just there. Bullet is also like, doesn't quite fit through the door, but is just looming around the corner. And then occasionally like glances back at Bang to make sure everything's kosher. And Bang, worth noting, has kind of like run off to the kitchen and is now just consuming as much food as he can find.
Makes sense.
He seems starving.
Makes sense.
He's been gone for a while.
Is there anything different with like his stone on his little armband, or?
Oh, for Milo?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
Nothing different.
That-
Nothing over there.
D's just like
Except for the 6
that's
gold
weird.
I have
arms.
Super Saiyan hair.
He's super buff now.
And
since
that
you've
noise
used-
that it
Yeah.
makes when you're insane
he's got-
mode, that
Not quite his final form, but
You have
he's
ethereal
powered up.
like
arms,
he's
so I'm
using
a
that
little
shape
hesitant
weight
to
there.
come shake your hand and say, "How you doing, buddy?"
That's totally fine.
Totally fair.
That's totally
what's
fine.
the Indian god with all the arms?
Shiva?
Shiva?
Like all of them.
Yeah, that's also.
Yeah, I was gonna
Ganesh-
say, I was like, wait,
Ganesh
which
has like
one?
4.
Yeah.
There are many.
What happened to
He's
Bentley
Doc
now?
Ock. He's not a god.
All right,
It's
are
a
we,
matter of science.
Hello,
Gold.
Peter.
They were gold arms.
It's
They were
me.
gold arms here.
Yes.
What happened to Bentley?
Are we good? I don't know. I came in here and he was fighting it, and I asked him what happened, and he passed out.
Damn.
Yeah, you can all see, those of you that just enter, you see the unconscious form of the dead form of unmoon-touched dragon on the floor.
I just have
to
one
set that.
So
question really
normal,
quick.
just
the
dead.
hell
Normal,
just happened?
dead dragon.
Normal
Dead
dead.
dragon.
No moon
Normal
touch.
dead, non-moon touch.
Milo-
Normal dead, no tendrils.
He's
dead.
normal type now?
Normal.
Okay, hold on.
Fish type.
Okay, hold on.
So loud.
Everybody's just screaming over each other. Rather than
Turned
everyone
into an episode of Always
Yes.
Sunny.
Rather than everyone accusing, throwing questions, I'm gonna put a pause on everybody and let Milo speak for a second.
Okay.
Because Milo's been trying to explain all of your questions,
And
but you
no
just
one's
keep
giving
piling
me-
on.
This is what would happen.
I know, but for my own sake later,
Okay.
so I can do something
Okay.
with this.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna give the floor to Milo.
All right.
Before we get started, I want to ask. To my knowledge, everyone put their moon touched Pokemon in the PC, right?
Yes.
Including Bentley.
Until he took it out, yes.
He took it out.
To throw out.
Yes. No, he did.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
did. I don't know what happened in here.
But he took
But
it out of the PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragon was in the PC.
Everyone else is in there.
That helps. Okay. First off, gonna start by saying, obviously don't do that. We'll get into more details, but don't send them out. So Wadsworth approached me yesterday. He was not doing good. However, he was, I guess you could say, possessed, channeling the guardian, the true guardian of the psychic stone. And I got a lot of information. So we can start from the top. Our moon-touched friends are not in a good place, but I know we already know that, but it might be worse than we thought. So let's take Goomy, for example. The Goomy that you have in the PC is not Goomy. These are imposters. They've been replaced by these agents of the moon. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're not who we think they are. Goomy, the true Goomy that we know, is still on the moon, being tortured, and when Goomy eventually loses, the Goomy here will complete its transformation and like now has a vessel and can do stuff to achieve their goals.
So how do you know when that's happened?
Well, they told me that we have 28 days until that transformation is complete to cure them.
They're fighting for 28 days.
No, they have 28 days left. They've been fighting for much longer. But we have 28 days our time to help them. Bang had considerably less. I had the option, be completely transparent, to save one, and given the power and the timeline, I went with Bang because I think he had
been
2
there
weeks.
longer?
He had 2 weeks less
What do
to
you mean
help
you were
him.
given the option?
Of
So-
bringing someone back?
So let me start by saying, do you want to piecemeal it and ask questions, or do you want me to
Okay.
just go
Just-
through it?
okay,
And
Go
then-
through it. Start from
Okay.
the top.
yeah. Okay.
Rally it down.
Okay. So
Bentley will be conscious now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on? You're like, we've already been over this. Shut the fuck up.
I'm starting with the moon touch stuff and what I know because as a
okay.
group, I think
Go
we
for
agree
it.
it's the most
I
important.
didn't know if we were RPing it or if we were just
No, you-
dumping.
Oh,
Dude,
we
get it.
can RP it. I'm just asking how you want to play it out.
Go for it. I'm down for whatever.
There are a couple ways to fix it. First is ambrosia. However, it's not a straight fix. Like if you were to go give Haka your ambrosia, you would be healing the imposter and not Haka. In theory, if we wanted to use the ambrosia, we'd have to pretty much do what Bentley just did on accident and what I accidentally did with Bang. You have to knock them out, and we can try to extract it, which we need one of these flesh balls for, which has now been used, unfortunately, because we didn't have a choice to talk about it. If we can find another one, we can try it again to catch and extract that, and that will bring the true one back to this body. But the only other way is we have to literally kill them, and then we can bring them back.
You have to kill the imposter,
Yeah.
not knock it out, kill it.
Yeah. So
Then
I
you have to catch the something in the flesh ball, and then you can heal
the
them,
corruption has to be caught in the flesh ball.
and then you can heal them.
Yes. So how it was presented was, and I'll get to this in a bit,
Okay.
in exchange for information and like my help to the Guardian, they said they would cure Wadsworth. And I asked, Wadsworth is doing okay. Could we help somebody else? Like trade lives here, essentially. And they said they could cure who was in the manor. So unfortunately, they were all PC'd. But he was able to cure Wadsworth, the Pidgeys that I had met, and had the strength to pull one from the moon. I chose Bang due to the timeline, and those are the instructions I was given. They also knew that there were pieces of a flesh ball in our house, and I was like, what? Okay. So I sent Arjan out with a finder to like find the pieces, but the pieces had fixed themselves and it had reassembled. So my intention was to use that ball, like weaken Bang, catch the corruption, and then Bang would be fine. However, as you know, Bang's a formidable opponent, and Bullet, to leave character for a second, talk as a player, used Fly and got to roll 12d6 plus 2d10 damage.
And it was flying damage.
Holy shit.
And when that attack
Against
hit,
fighting.
when that attack hit,
Just fucking-
unbeknownst to Milo, Bang had 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
So
He hit him for
Jesus.
no joke, I think 140, 160
It's
flying
bad.
damage. He had 2 hit points left.
however,
Hence the gruesome scene.
No, that's
however,
Holy cow.
knowing that there was a chance and we could do it, I had to go for it, knowing that worst case scenario, he would die and we could use an ambrosia. So
Bang will walk in with an ice cream sundae behind you. He's like, ah.
I'm really sorry that I have used
like, I
one
wanted
of these, but there was a chance and I had to go for it.
I'm not sorry.
So that happened.
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
We'll get to you later, Bentley.
Okay.
It's fine for now.
On that note,
So
Unhinged.
for the record,
Pause. So
okay.
another way to fix them is the psychic stone guardian. Or no, they just did it as a like, here you go, here's a favor.
Who is
Pretty
the
much.
guardian?
And so that's not a thing we can use. They're just like, sorry, this is one-time thing.
Correct.
Good luck.
Yep, pretty
fun.
much. So,
Okay.
I'll get to that later. Do we want to discuss the Guardian? I want to say before we get into this that as of right now, the corruption of Dragon is in this Pokeball, and we have an amount of time for those to separate, and then Dragon's soul will go back to his body. However, we will need to use an Ambrosia when that happens to bring him back. That's why I'm also saying, please don't send out any more Moon Touched. Let's figure this out.
Gumi,
I want to discuss some other options.
you said you could do it. I'm kidding.
I want to talk some other options. That's not the only way. Should something in, say, Wadsworth's case, and his arms corrupted, amputation works.
Okay.
So if your hand's corrupted, you can cut it off. It's not going to spread. Just throwing it out there, that's an option. Okay?
Well, to a point. Like
Correct.
Bang, how
Like-
Bang
Wait,
looks. You
limb.
can
Like-
like
yeah,
cut
Like
it in
yeah.
half.
Could
Gumi,
cut Bang in
Gumi
half and
cannot
be
be
fine.
amputated because he's fully moon touched.
Right.
However, down the line,
Just cut off the.
If it happens.
Gooey
should
bits.
someone do something reckless and their arm become moon touched,
Just
we
cut off your
can
arm.
stop it.
Okay.
Okay?
Give him a cool robot arm.
The next option,
Robot?
and I want
James
to
Buchanan Barnes.
do this with a heavy butt,
Heavy butt.
huge butt,
Big old dump truck.
is as the normal stone can extract the corruption and fix it, but the normal stone will become a lunar stone and begin to spread moon touch to other things. So
Okay.
absolutely not on the table unless there's some like end of the world do or die last resort option, because you could absorb it out and immediately spread it to literally everyone and all living things around it.
If it touched the then now moonstone.
The lunar stone is
Lunar
going to
stone.
work similar to the other source stones in our world.
Right. Where if you're like touch it, you get that.
And it's just going to emanate out from it. Like if we leave
Oh.
it somewhere, it's just going to make that
Oh,
area
it's not even
moon
you have to
touch.
touch it.
Nope.
Okay.
Do
And
we
it-
know where this is?
So that's
What?
not even.
That stone, like, is it, like, how's
You
It's
that?
in
have
your
Yeah.
your room.
Powder keg.
It's the
has
one you
it.
got out of slacking.
Oh.
in your room.
That's not the normal stone.
We have its feet.
What are you talking about?
Did you say that's the same thing? Like the lunar stone?
No, if
No.
we use if something moon touches
Touches
that
that.
stone,
The normal
it
stone.
will cure
It-
them,
but- okay.
but that becomes a lunar stone,
see.
which
Which
is
emanates the moon
Okay.
touch.
so we need to keep
Stuff.
everything away moon touched from that stone at all costs, our team or otherwise.
Okay.
If we're doing anything with that and like the alien things are coming, they cannot get a hand on that.
Okay.
Okay, where is it? It's in.
It's on Pip. I put it on Pip.
No, powder
Yeah.
keg has it in my room.
Okay.
I thought I took
I
it.
would like.
It's the largest, most imposing creature.
I thought I had it, but
not have this stone.
because I gave you like a copy for Neat.
That's
to
what it was. It
record
was a
on.
copy.
Yeah.
So you would have it.
I would
yeah.
like
Just
to
kidding.
hide it.
We're just sustaining.
Yeah, as far as anyone
Slacking
knows,
with
it's
food.
It's with slacking, but slacking he's living like a freaking
Yeah.
Roman emperor. Antonius, more grapes.
That's
So
what
he
that's
doesn't-
what Cooper's doing.
So he doesn't really need it on him.
No,
Not
doesn't
while
even
he's
have it.
not while he's
He
in
looks-
no.
there.
Well, he's
You
when
have
he's when he's in a place where he can conjure enough food to live. He doesn't need a superpowering rock to get up.
Give it to me.
Why?
I'm gonna hide it.
I can hide it.
No.
Why?
Give it to me.
Let's figure
keep,
that out.
keep- hold on. Keep in mind that if we do take, him outside, he's going to need it to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
100%.
inside the manor
Correct.
for
For now.
now. Yeah.
I just want to also posit the idea that at current juncture, nothing in my room is moon touched, and so things can't happen on accident.
Okay. There's nothing moon touched in my room.
Well, I mean Wadsworth.
Well, I mean, you might accidentally have Gumi out, and I don't know. Like, we can remove all risk.
Do I look like an idiot?
Okay,
I'm-
we can figure that out later.
I guess I'm technically that option now too.
Okay.
No, never give
Wadsworth
it
is
to CJ.
fixed. Just
He's good.
he's good.
Okay.
Never.
Is he missing his arm?
No.
Oh.
Okay, just
Well,
fix
I
him.
thought- I thought
you
they-
said that.
oh,
You
he
said he
could-
fixed
he
him.
He
The
could fix
Pidgeys,
everything in the manor.
and then you did the bank. thing.
And I was like, Dang it, everybody.
No, we did it because that was a smart thing to do. at
I
the
said
time.
we should keep him in the manor, and no one agreed.
No, you said keep
play
him in the
back that
PC.
tape.
You definitely
play back
said
the tape. You said
100%.
put him in the PC.
It wasn't mine.
You said that
It was
multiple
GC.
times.
This
All I
was.
know
We
is
all
that-
agreed.
I
It was
said
a
it
mutual.
involved.
It was keep them in the PC.
I wanted to
I'm
keep
not
them
gonna
all
vote.
in the manor because then I was going to talk
I said
about
keep
the
him in the
ambrosia, and then Jordan and D went, no, we're putting him in the PC. Why would that be any better? Would we like to have something in the manor? Because I don't know. This is me spitballing, but for extra safety, I don't know what could happen. Do we want to make something here that's safe? So even if hypothetically they get out, at least it's in here and not in the world.
Well, that's what I did, but you made it seem like it was so bad that I couldn't just leave him in here.
Well, you left him like running around in here.
Yeah, but it was in his own room.
So I'm saying like in the ball, in here.
How do we moonproof?
We can come up with something. It's a magical manor. You can go, but I'm 1,000,000% positive.
No,
about
I-
that.
built an
for sure-
entire room for Bang.
I for sure said PC because of the girl that I was with when I was with my dad had one and it was
Yeah.
in the PC. So.
Yeah.
Because my intention
That
was to
sounds
put
right.
them
We
in.
agreed it was the best.
I was going to
place.
lock them up together in the manor and then tell you guys about the ambrosia and then we can have that conversation. But because everyone wanted to do the PC, I only told Phoebe. That's how I know that that's.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho's.
Okay.
The Guardian.
Who's the guardian?
Let me know if you need
So
pronunciation.
sorry, I just
I
want
got it.
to
Okay.
write down my front notes. So Wadsworth is healed
Yes.
totally.
He's
Yes.
looking better than ever.
Wadsworth and Bang out of everybody.
Wadsworth, Bang is back fully.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Starving.
Yes.
He is consuming
He's good.
as much stuff as he can find.
He'll be fine.
Out
To
of-
just, but he's,
so, but out
he's
of
healthy.
everyone-
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's just hungry.
So
he
it's
hasn't
those
eaten
two.
in months.
Okay.
He's very hungry boy, but
And
is
then they-
otherwise
yeah.
fully sustained.
So, the Guardian. His name is Mutahadith Kathir.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Yes. Yesterday I met Mutahadith Kathir in my room and we had a nice chat.
Gesundheit.
How did you meet him?
What's his name?
I kind of already was talking about it, but Wadsworth was like channeling him, was kind of possessed by him, and we had a conversation.
So it's like he was just meditating and they like linked up somehow?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He just came out of his
Sure.
cave. And
So you
was
didn't
that.
see him?
I'm just curious.
I kind of did. He was of like really old, really lanky, like Alakazam, but like just yes. I immediately was like, I don't trust you. I skirted around so much in a sense that like I want to get information from you, but I don't want to give you any information. And he literally knew everything. So, for example, they told me, oh, you've met the Grass Guardian. And I was like, yes, we have. And he's like, no, not the Tropius. And I was like, excuse me, what? Like, I never mentioned that, just knew. Like, no, that's not the Guardian. That's just a warden, similar to Nubster. To my knowledge, it's in the Remembering My City's Fola gym with Rosalie.
With her?
Mm-hmm.
like one
it's
of her
her
Pokemon is
Pokemon?
the guardian?
Okay.
Yep. Rosalie has 3 guardians.
Excuse me?
Or guards 3 stones, I should say.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. So what?
That's a lot of pressure.
Ampharos and...
So we've got a lot of information, a lot to talk about, but I just want to go over the high level stuff first.
How did anybody beat that gym?
With vigor.
They know where the Prime Mind and the Champion are. I have coordinates. They are approximately 17 miles north of the entrance to Greengate. They did warn D as a note. Greengate has undergone a lot of change too. So just be prepared on that front. When we get there, it's not kind of what we thought. They are sealed away. I don't know what that means as far as like in a realm like where you and Bentley have gone or what. But when we get there, we won't see them. There's just a ring of stones that imprisons them and keeps them locked in this fight.
Does that blue or
Yes.
Greengate?
What?
Oh, were you talking about Greengate or where blue is?
Where blue is.
Blue and the
Okay.
Prime
North
Mind
of
are.
I thought
Yeah.
you meant Greengate was
No.
sealed away. I was like, excuse
No,
me?
no.
I was like, does that
The
sound
Prime Mind
familiar?
and Blue are locked in a battle with these stones. If we break this ring of stones, we can end their fight, their struggle. They've been going for like 300 years, and we can set them free of that.
But how did that happen?
What do you mean how
How
that
did they get
happened?
trapped there?
I think it was really unclear on that front. It was just a really long time ago. They were doing that, and I think just to save everybody, they were sealed away.
What kind of stones are they trapped behind? Like, is it like the source stones or is it like the rune stones?
Just I don't know. We'll see when we get there.
Okay.
Um,
And we should break the ring of
Yeah.
stones?
yes.
To do what?
To like right now they're trapped in there forever. They've been going for
Okay,
300
yes.
years. They don't want to fight anymore.
Okay.
They're just trapped in there.
Okay.
So by doing this,
They're like playing Parcheesi.
yeah. Like,
Okay.
please, we're over this.
Yeah.
They've become friends.
Yes. We
Okay.
can get them out of there.
Okay.
Now, I'm not 100% certain what that means when they come out,
Mm-hmm.
but in my mind, if we need to set Blue free anyway, that's how we do it.
Hopefully, Prime Mind and Blue are friends enough to where Prime Mind will help us with whatever
The moon touch
that thing is.
situation?
Why do we need to set Blue free?
Well, that's what I was asking. What is breaking them out? do?
Exactly. Like, why do we need
Like
to do
they'll
that?
help us.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
won't attack us.
everyone we've talked to, like my mom most recently, has
Yeah.
said, like, that's our most powerful ally.
So are they
Okay.
separate from this moon touch stuff?
Yes.
Like do they know what that is?
Oh, I don't know what they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drew, can I insight
So it wasn't
check
like
Milo?
let them out. They'll have
Just
a
to see, like,
key thing to give us.
if there's
or
anything
help
weird
us.
about him?
I was getting there.
I don't know, just off.
Ooh, what's happening?
Damn it, bro.
I'm not even gonna tell you the number because it was that low.
Did you inside check him?
I
One
insight checked
can
nothing.
lose over
Just
here.
like his overall like demeanor and stuff that I was like looking at, like to make sure that there's nothing extra going on. Like if he's like possessed by something or weird. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's acting a little fishy.
Even if he is at this point, I have to be able to trust somebody. I can't do this. I can't.
We
That's fair
have
enough.
59 days until that thing that you and I have seen, the wings of stars,
Wing dingy?
descends upon us.
Did you get any information about what it is?
I tried my best and not really.
What'd you get?
The only information that I got about it
Okay.
is that there might be other ways to resolve this other than just killing it.
Like trapping it? Or that was vague too? Like how you do it?
So
We're gonna need a huge flesh ball.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Giant flesh ball?
We need volunteers.
Gonna need a lot of flesh.
a lot of what we
Everyone
talked
lick
about,
hands, like fire ants. Just
a lot of what we talked about
Throw up.
a lot of what we talked about was like maintaining balance with pretty much everything, people, Pokemon, elements, etc. The Psychic Guardian believes and has chosen myself and Wadsworth to both be guardians, or like wardens, I guess, of the Psychic Stone, because they believe that each, and this is something I'd like to talk with most of you about later, each stone should have a Pokemon and a person guardian. Because if you have purely a Pokemon guardian, and the example they used was Tropius, they might go and settle in Xantha, spread forests everywhere. Now we've upset the balance of the land, and there's no native place for fire or ground type right now. They've all been displaced. Whereas, like, it was mentioned maybe we should help relocate Tropius back so that this can return to how it should be. So that's kind of how it was presented. But also, as dangerous as it is, this lunar element is still a part of the ecosystem, a part of what we do. Killing it might not be the first thing we should try because we don't know what might come into power then by removing it, if that makes sense.
What is its counterbalance?
Why don't we just keep it there?
100% down to try to figure out what that looks like.
What's the counterbalance to the moon touched?
I don't know.
Moon touched?
Yeah, I don't know. Sun touched? I have no idea.
Sun observed.
Because you're saying there's balance, so there's got to be what is it that's lacking?
That's what we got to
here?
find out. I mean, from what we've seen, purely speculation, this is not knowledge that I have. Looking at taking dragon, for example, maybe it's like organic life, because those seem to be the opposites what it's trying to take.
But like, why does it want to come here and destroy everything?
I think just to get more power, like similar on a smaller scale to Tropius, like going
a black
to a
hole,
desert,
like the more
and
it sucks, the bigger it
creating a
gets, and the
jungle.
more gravity
Yeah.
it pulls.
So,
Yeah.
as far as the balance goes with Moon Touched, did the balance get upset when our Pokemon came back Moon Touched? Like that was its way to get Pokemon here from the moon?
I don't have the answer to that question, but it sounds like this has been in motion for a while, and not like we were the catalyst of it.
And the
Well, that's good news.
weird little creatures that we saw are just a way of it helping spread.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's okay. It's just okay.
Let me make sure.
There's a lot to process within a matter of 20 minutes.
Did you explain /
Calling
do you
them.
want to explain the options that you have with the flesh ball?
Yeah, you
Tendril
said there's
thing?
other ways, but you just said so just the flesh ball and knocking them out?
Yeah, for curing it, it's literally killing them and
Yes.
then using an ambrosia.
Okay, but we only have one ambrosia.
I know.
So ambrosia is our only option. I'm saying no, if we don't have any more ambrosia, what do we do?
He's saying that's one option.
Flesh balls.
Is kill them ambrosia.
Okay.
That would work.
Option 2.
Yeah.
Option
I already know that option.
Yes. He's
Option-
going through the options.
Again, if it's not full spread, you can amputate.
Okay.
Option 3, again, last resort, using the normal stone. Might be worth looking at using that on the star wing thing.
Mhm. That's what I was thinking.
But we have to find out what we need to do with that afterwards.
And then normal stone.
Option 4, if we can happen to find more flesh balls, is we can attempt this like we did with Bang and unfortunately Dragon, with the knowledge that if it fails, we have to use an ambrosia to bring them back, or they're gone.
What?
So like, with the flesh ball though, like, do you just have to keep them in there for like a certain amount of time? Like, how's that work?
I guess. I mean, as far as I can tell, it seems like they're separating. I didn't really get clear instructions other than weaken them, then try to catch it.
Okay.
I didn't really get clear instructions on when they did, this is what's going to happen. I was only like, if you do it right, this is what happens. So this is a new ball game for me.
But you're still using the ambrosia.
Well, we have to because he died. We didn't have a chance to explain this, and
No, but
Dragon's
you
just
said
been-
option 4 like it was different from the first.
Yeah, that's just skipping that step. If we don't have a flesh ball and we want to bring them back, we have to kill them in ambrosia.
Okay.
Do
If we
you-
don't have a flesh ball.
You gotta just talk, man.
What's up?
I kind of want to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
What's up with the 6 arms? The
those
golden
are gone.
things? I know.
But
But we
But-
saw it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's up with that?
once a day, and again, this was unfortunate timing. You guys came in blazing. I can use the powers as a warden of this psychic stone to extract the corruption, which I did with Bang. Unfortunately, I can't do it again. So till tomorrow. But things played out as they did. It is what it is. I see there's an Aipom there, unfortunately. Can I investigate it to see if it'll be okay to try tomorrow? Or is that too far?
You can take a look.
Okay. What investigation? I guess.
Arcana.
Arcana.
You
Interesting.
can now add your intelligence modifier to it.
15.
15. The window has closed.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
So you can just pull the bad stuff out?
Yeah. If it just happened, like the other day when it happened to Growl, I could do it, but once a day.
So you said that one way is killing them and then using an ambrosia, but you
Correct.
said that the ones here are imposters anyway. So wouldn't that mean that it's bringing back an imposter and not a Pokemon?
That's if you use the ambrosia without killing it.
Okay.
So if you remove the corruption really soon after it happens, you don't have to ambrosia them.
I have to do it, but they have to still be alive. You have to weaken them to a point where it's easy enough for me to remove it. Does that make sense? If we
Okay.
put it in Pokemon rules,
And then
like
you don't need ambrosia, correct?
correct.
Okay.
It's like getting them down to 1 HP and like they're weak, so it's easy to remove it.
Okay.
But if they're gone, it takes their soul too.
And why can you do this?
Once a day, the actual guardian of the psychic stone can help me do something like that. So again, I've already
'Cause
done
he's a
that
warden
today with Bang.
So are there other things that can do that? Or is it just you?
No, because there's just one warden, right, of the stone.
No, I mean him and Wadsworth.
We're the only
Well,
two
he was
wardens.
saying there should be like a human Pokemon
Yeah,
combo.
So he is the warden of the psychic.
correct.
Yes.
But it's just like
we're
one-
the two wardens.
one team. that
The
does
difference
each.
being like Wadsworth went the offensive route, hence sword and stuff, and I
Sure.
went the defensive support route. So that's my side.
Okay.
It was mentioned that when we go up and do free blue in the prime mind and finish that it would allow us the ability to get his power, and I can channel that to then cure on a better level.
The Prime Mind?
Yeah. Because he has stone energy, psychic stone
okay.
energy.
So does he know where every guardian is then, since he can apparently sense everything?
Yes.
So does that mean you can too?
I'm receiving that now, yes. All the ones that he knows about.
Which is most of them? Or
A lot.
which ones?
It's
does it
still
need?
kind of coming in. But, I mean, we can, if that's, do we have any questions? We can talk about that, but I don't want to move on unless everyone's comfortable to.
You're now just okay with psychic stuff. You're fully in it.
Here's the deal. No, but given what it can do, I'm willing to look past that and affect my body and do whatever needs to be done to be able to help everyone, like the Pidgeys, like Bang, like Wadsworth. If that's the price I have to pay and the change that I need to make in what I believe in, that's peanuts compared to what it can do.
I will say after you say that, you see Dean noticeably relaxed, being like, okay, that's Milo. There you go. There it is. It's a little bit more you rather than secret agent man. All these secrets. So yeah, Dee's demeanor.
Agent and all these
49.
secrets.
But Dee's, but just so everybody knows, Dee's demeanor relaxes like a lot more. I'm not
Mine
holding
doesn't.
the axe gonna chop Milo's head off.
It's similar to like the option that was given where I asked, if he could save someone, and he said, we can do Bang. This is the process. If you fail, it's an ambrosia. I'm like, I have to take that chance. If I succeed, amazing.
But Bang was feisty.
Yeah. It was said, not that this matters so much now, but the way that Bang was fighting it, his clock was running out faster than everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So where do we go from here?
I think we keep going to Greengate. But I'm 1 of 5. I'm here to ask me questions, throw your opinion. Let's talk about it.
Bentley's gonna stand up and walk over to Dragon and just scoop him up and start to walk out of his room and into the back area.
Okay.
So what does this mean for us? Why you? Why me? Why everybody? Did he tell you that?
No.
Or it's just like, hey, you're in the thick of it. Here you go.
Let me put it this way. He basically just answered any question I asked, but nothing was really like said that much.
Talked in riddles.
Not really that. It was just like, hey, you have my powers. This is kind of what you can do. And I asked, how can I help more than the surface level that I can currently do? And they told me, go deal with what you guys are already doing. The Prime Mind and Blue are sealed up there. That's the end of it. And then was like, any other questions? And then I asked a bunch of questions, and that was it. Like, nothing was said to me, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't a PowerPoint presentation.
Mm-hmm.
It was just limited to what I asked. I didn't think to ask why us. It was just like, this is what happens next.
Yeah.
So that's me saying like any obscure thing. I probably don't know.
Yeah.
Did you ask any questions about like cause or like why he was
I did.
crazy?
Yep. So essentially, he was talking about how the Prime Mind originally just had ideals about what we were kind of talking about, like balance and keeping things the way that they should be. And Cause took that to the extreme and went too far. Once the Prime Mind had been sealed up in Greengate, he just was like, oh, I can go rogue because no one knows what the boss man's saying. Like, I can run the show. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, just gonna throw this out there. The Prime Mind's like ideals, that like the balance, all this kind of stuff, is a thing that is carried on through time, but people don't necessarily understand that it originated from the Prime Mind. Examples being, he said, Rosalie is someone who, if you talked about these ideals and this messaging, is like all on board about it. Remy is someone who believes in this stuff. He's interestingly, Jax is not. He's very against it. I don't know why, but
Wait, against what ideals?
Balance?
like the balance of power and keeping things equal.
So Jack's seeming like maybe he's the one that wants like strength over yada yada.
And Tropius is also kind of against it, has kind of taken the power too much and is...
Or like, is it more like he thinks to get things done, it has to come from a centralized...
To put it in an analogy that we've all experienced is the equivalent of when the Firestone got snuffed out and the extreme opposite that happened because of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying for Jax...
Specifically?
He thinks that's cool.
He just doesn't believe that matters.
Okay.
Like if we were to...
That balance isn't a thing,
if,
really.
If we were to go to Rosalie and be like, hey, this is the stuff we're working on, she'd be like, okay, this is what I know and here's how we can do it. Where Jax would be like, that's a lot of hullabaloo, stop talking to me about it. Does that make sense?
I knew I liked Rosalie.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Okay, because right now it sounds like you're saying that the Prime Mind was all about balance.
He was. And then his top general, Kaz, when he got trapped, why was he fighting Blue?
Exactly. That's what my question was going to be. If he was a good guy and balance is a good thing, why was he being
Blue.
fought against?
So, again, I'm just telling you what was told to me.
Right.
I'm not saying that I believe this and this is fact. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Can
Yes.
you look at me and tell me that you hear me saying that?
I hear you saying that. I don't know if I believe you, though, is the problem. Because, like, now you just have all this information. You're full team psychic, but literally the worst thing in the world. Like, I know you're saying that you're like, oh, I don't know, but like, yeah, this is fine. Is what's happening. This is just where I'm at. Like, I'm very confused by a lot of this, but like, the worst thing in the world to you was Kadabras and all of those types of Pokemon.
Yep.
You have shown nothing but psychic is bad. The entire time I've known you.
100%.
And now you have all these powers, and because you have these powers, you're kind of like, it's okay now. We're good. I have information. We're good. And now we're saying that the Prime Mind was all about balance, but he was fighting people. For what reason?
Okay. Let me address each thing at a time here. Number one, I am not Team Psychic. I am Team Help Us and Help the World. If the gifts that this stone give me help us achieve that, then I have to overlook that for right now. You're the one that took in this Abra against what I thought was going to be the case and asked me to open my mind and look at it from a different perspective, and now I'm doing it and you're mad at me.
It's because things have shifted and you now have this power. That's why it doesn't feel real to me. Because this other thing is now like, here's all this power that you have. Here's all these great things that are going to help everyone.
And so
now you're like, oh, I'll look into it now.
If that
But
was
before,
presented
were
to
like,
you,
no.
you wouldn't have done
I
it?
had it. And you were fully against it the entire time. So now you have it, but it's okay. So now I'm just on the other side of it. And like, I'm fully thankful for all of it because you saved Bang. I'm just trying to understand it. And this is how I understand it because everything sounds very like contradictory for me. And it's difficult to comprehend.
Sure. What do you want to know? What do you want to talk about to put your mind at ease? Why are we going
to free the Prime Mind? Because why were we fighting him in the first place? And I'm saying we as in people.
Sure.
Like, why did he need to be fought against if balance is what we're trying to go for and that's what his idea was?
Sure.
Like, why?
Okay. Now, again, I'm going to say this one more time. I'm relaying what was said to me. I'm not stating it as a fact or my belief.
I understand.
Okay. So, some of this makes sense to me in a way, but what do we know of Blue? I just want to hear it from you guys. So that
super strong trainer,
Yeah.
has Source Stone infused Pokemon,
And they were the champion.
took on the league in a matter of 2 days straight through, became champion, and then disappeared.
Fighting the Prime Mind.
Drew, is there any other additional information that I can lend out from Greengate?
Everything that's being relayed to you so far doesn't trigger anything new.
Okay.
All that you know in Greengate, being a Greengate boy, everybody celebrates the name and idea of Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never questioned.
Okay.
It is taught to you that that is what Blue did. Blue made the ultimate sacrifice. They walked off into the woods, and they are fighting that good fight for as long as it takes, and as long as they can.
Together, not against one another.
They as in Blue.
Okay.
And what do we know about the Prime Mind?
Just that they were bad.
That people
Or
fought
so we were
against him
told.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, that the whole war.
Okay, I want to correct me if I'm wrong, but don't we also know that the Prime Mind had like the Psychic Stone and armies and was going to take the Dark Stone to gather more power?
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember. Yeah.
Now, to me, if we break away the opinions, like, and look at that purely as fact, those are very similar stories.
Yeah.
They're both going after stones, and they both meet at Greengate and fight forever. Kinda, yes, no?
Yeah.
Sure.
From what I've gathered, and I know the info, you said. Okay.
I'm tweaking it and adding it. There are things that I've forgotten and things I'm remembering.
That's
but
fine.
You're more than welcome to mention anything that I have sent you so far.
So, let's assume both of those tales are completely true at face value. The Prime Mind's got the Psychic Stone going for the Dark Stone, right? Blue has got a bunch of stones. To my knowledge, one of their Pokemon is the Guardian. No, not even. Like higher. I don't know. We've never encountered this, but to the knowledge I've been given, like there's the Guardian and then there's a rank up.
There's a rank above said
Guardian?
Guardian?
Yes. And that is one of
Jesus.
Blue's Pokemon, and it's the fighting type. Now, if they're both going for stones and they meet in Greengate to fight over the Dark Stone, maybe they both were bad and they were sealed away so neither of them could get it.
Okay, but who sealed them away then?
I don't know.
Bentley will walk back in and his eyes will be really red and puffy.
Where's...
All of this is so wild.
These are just things that were told to me. We can extrapolate whatever or pick any sides. But it may have also been a case of, him wanting to Prime Mind wanting to get more power and Blue going to stop him. It could have been Blue trying to get more power and the Prime Mind trying to maintain balance and stop them. Either one of those cases are completely valid and possible.
Or they went there to hide something away and they decided that it's better to lock themselves away and they're not really fighting, and that was just a story told.
Possible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Lock something away? So then does that mean that this psychic guardian is just trying to manipulate Milo into having us go there and letting them out?
Maybe. We don't know. We need to we need more information.
It just, to me, it aligned with what we were already going to try to do before getting this information.
That's fair.
So is it like, okay, for the ghost stone,
Yeah.
is the grave tender the equivalent of the step up from a guardian?
Yes.
He's like the next
Mm-hmm.
He's the head honcho.
level.
Yep.
So they all have some crazy thing like he can do where...
I don't know what abilities that entails, but the way it's being presented to me is that there's a guardian and that's not the highest rank.
All right, so what's
Who's locking? Okay, that means if somebody locked them in a ring, somebody locked the grave tender in a box, which we let out, who's locking things away?
I don't know.
And how are they doing it?
Could have been from a long time ago. We don't know how long
Yeah.
he's been
Which
locked.
is
But somebody has a way. Somebody knows.
This is reminding me, and I'm going to say it because I feel like it's the next line of questioning. It was mentioned that the runes originated from the Prime Mind.
Oh.
The
Makes
Prime
sense.
Mind was the creator of the runes.
The runes.
Yes.
Makes sense.
What?
Very smart person. Magically
that
infused.
doesn't make sense.
I don't understand why that would be a thing or how that would even happen, but
All right, so
I don't know anything about the runes though, so
what's the most urgent thing now? It sounds like this moon touch thing is going to take over in, what did you say, like 59 days?
59 days.
Nice.
So I think priority number one needs to be stopping that. Like the moon touch stuff, it's taken so much away from me and us, and it's presumably spreading all over the place now. We saw the Aipom. We don't know what happened to that, how it got it, how it died. Then there's the Behemoth and the LGM, and they're attacking cities all over the region.
is there a way that we can like figure out to try and communicate with that wing thing that we saw?
Not that I know of. He had never communicated with it before, but the only thing that was mentioned is like it may come down to a fight, but that might not be the only option.
How did he did you ask like where it came from or like how he like first encountered it? Like what happened to like make him aware of it?
This I'll ask you to correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but from how it was presented is that there's planets, whatever, stars in space. Those are everywhere. The moon is not one of those things. It is basically like a seed or whatever. It's been there forever, like long before his time. And it's just thought of as the moon. But now things are happening and things have been seen in, around, and from it that are showing that it actually wasn't a moon and it's really close to coming out of that shell now. Does that make sense?
This has never happened before. This is the first time this has ever happened.
To his knowledge. Like, this isn't
Not
like at every 1,000 years thing or something.
Well, did he say how old he was?
No, just that it was like hundreds of years old.
Okay.
All right, let's put another thing on our plate. There we go. So, what does this mean? Like, are these guardians and stuff gonna come help us? These other wardens that there are, or are you aware of wardens, or what is what? Like, bring this all together. Bring this home, because I don't know. There's so much now.
That was a lot of words. I'm gonna guess what you're asking me and try to answer it.
Okay. Because I'm a little frazzled.
Do you know like the whole layout of the guardianship
Yeah.
situation? Because
it's
What's
literally
Crash is like, you're gonna be the next
it's
guardian.
literally coming to me right now. So when the download finishes, we can discuss. But if you were to ask me what our next step is, I think it hasn't changed.
Okay.
That being said, I have told you everything that I know so far, barring the stuff that's literally coming in that we'll talk about in a second. I leave it to you guys. Make the decision, because if there is a mistrust here and you think that I'm doing something for other gains, what do you guys want to do? And I'll help us do it.
I mean, I don't not trust you. I trust you fully. I mean,
I don't think, just to be clear about this, I'm irritated at the fact that like you were not cool with the fact that I had the ghost situation. Now you have this psychic stuff and I'm just supposed to be cool with it. Like it makes me angry.
Well, I'm not asking you to.
I know. So I'm not saying that I don't trust you, but I think it is 100% possible that this psychic guardian is now coming in, and the fact that he's an Alakazam or whatever Kadabra, and you're like gonna use this and be okay with it, and you're not like just immediately running away from it, is kind of freaking me out. So I understand that it's really like we kind of have to use it because it's what we got right now.
Let me posit to you how it happened to me from an emotional level. This thing came at me, possessing my friend. I was ready to go toe to toe with it. However, if he had the ability to possess my friend and do that whenever, he could have killed me at any opportunity. So my initial thought was, what information can I get from it while pretending to be on its side initially? Because it's like, why would I turn this away? I got the information I wanted. Everything was great. He could sense my distrust. Decided to cure Wadsworth, cure all those Pidgeys. I went for greed because I was thinking, if he's not on my team or like he's trying to set me up, I'm going to ask for way more. I asked him to help all of our friends. And he explained the situation and was like, I can help one. These are the options that you have and the timelines that you have and the solutions you have to fix them. Do you want to do one? I'm happy to do it. We got Bang and it worked. So to me, while initially, yeah, I was ready to go toe to toe with this thing. It presented information that, to be honest, makes sense. It helped us to a degree. We have our friends, like Wadsworth is fixed. Bang is fixed. Dragon's going to be fixed. I have to take that on a level and not immediately dismiss it. And if there's the opportunity, like we just proved with Bang, that regardless of his intentions, I can help and cure things independent of his plan, I'm going to take that. That's where I went on an emotional level and how I went through that conversation.
It's understandable. Did you like ask him why he was helping at this point?
I don't think so. I'm trying to like infer based on answers. It was basically, again, extracting what he said. That wasn't an explicit question. Even if you're a farmer on a ranch, Team Rocket, a worker at a hospital, an inventor in Greengate, and this thing is coming to threaten to kill everything, at that moment, we're all friends. That's kind of how I was taking it.
I want to insight check that.
Sure.
Fucking goddamn it. 6.
All right.
It doesn't help my case. like please succeed.
You feel about that? However
I
you feel
just
about
need
that.
a good one.
Mhm.
Damn. All right.
Like if
I just think it's very possible that he's trying to manipulate you.
Sure. And that's why I am telling you guys, what do you guys want to do? And I am down to help because currently I have the ability to help to a degree. Similarly, although again, like I don't necessarily agree with it, you have that portable PC from Team Anchor or whatever. Although I personally don't want to use it, you're willing to use that to assist us. In a similar vein, even if this is evil, I'm willing to use it to help us. So I'm happy to accept it. Look at what it's done.
For sure.
I'm happy with the decision I made.
It's definitely been helpful thus far. So I get it. Was that our goal before we were planned to go to Greengate though? Was like to try to find Blue and like help Blue? Was that why we were going to Greengate?
To
find
find more
out more about
information
Blue.
than
It-
where
Yeah.
they were.
It
Because
sounds
that's
like
where
Blue might not even be a good person.
What
though.
if they're the same thing?
for sure.
What if they're
And to Phoebe's point, like if something bigger than everything is locking things away, like the Prime Mind and Blue and
Or-
the Grave Tender, what is that? And what's that
Yeah,
doing?
or
Why?
or that knowledge is out there and somebody knows, and it's maybe being passed
Right.
to some.
It just seems like it could be a trap, like letting out the Prime Mind and Blue who've been fighting for hundreds of years, and the world has just kept going in that time.
What if that's the last straw that the bat thing needs, and all of these are just pushing us towards there because we're a group of kids? And we don't know anything.
That's true.
I mean, it's
We don't know anything ever.
the only thing I would add to that is I don't think there's been a single point in our journey where we felt that wasn't the case. Whether it was the tracker and Monty or,
true.
you know, like people spying on us
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Seeing a cadabra peek out from behind a tree and then blowing it to smithereens and getting its feet. We've never not felt this way.
So, I'll ask you directly. Do you think that letting the Prime Mind and Blue out from this prison that they've been held in for hundreds of years fighting is going to help our case against this moon-touched enemy?
Personally, yes.
That's-
Even if I remove the information that I was told a short while ago, people we trust that have those tattoos, i.e. my mom and other people, have talked about Blue in high regard and have said that's our best hope. And that's why originally our plan was to go there to find them. So even if what we're saying is this is a trap, right? And they come out of there and let's say the Prime Mind's like, haha, I'm free, I'm going to do whatever. We already know Blue can handle them to a degree. But Blue with us and the power that we have in conjunction, we might be able to overturn that and have Blue help us win overall.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. If that, I'm not saying that I necessarily believe that side. I'm just saying if I look at that story on a purely factual level and remove opinions on how the story is told, they sound really similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough for me. We don't have much time against this moon-touched invasion.
I will add that I think we thought it was 3 months earlier via other information, and this 59 days aligns with that as well.
Mhm.
Right. And that seems to be the far bigger threat right now. And even if we're wrong, I mean, if the moon touch thing happens anyway, I don't know that we really lose anything.
What about Lord Ridgemont or Fusel? Wasn't he all about balance and stuff? Didn't
Yeah.
he talk about that?
Yeah, I didn't think
Maybe
to ask
he's
much about
locking
that.
things up.
I didn't know Lord Ridgemont well enough from those interactions to think to talk about that.
He's probably the one that locked up the grave tender.
That's what
Yeah,
I mean. He's
like-
locking things.
So then,
I hate that guy. Let's kill him.
But then why
did
would
he maybe do that to?
Maybe.
However,
Is there any way that we could like?
I want
Or knows how.
Talk to
CJ,
him?
asking you a question. Do you think releasing Grave Tender was a bad idea overall?
No,
So maybe releasing them isn't the bad idea either.
I guess, but I don't know, because I feel like maybe trying to talk to him again might be a good idea.
Lord Ridgemont.
He might have answers about like that stuff.
What if he's the one that trapped them behind the stones?
At least we can figure that out and see why.
I'd like to not do it as much as possible, but my once of day abilities, I can try to communicate with him again if we have questions and want to do it. I would just like to save it for an end of day thing so that we can have the ability to save something for most of the day. And
I
then if
agree.
it goes well, then we can do it at the end of the day.
Fair enough.
And also, we can end the session with it, and you can do one with Troy.
Oh, not Ridgemont.
No, not yeah. He's talking about the psychic guardian.
Yeah.
The Guardian, yeah.
But
No, Phoebe has an open line of communication by just imagining a phone, and then I text my dad. And see what he
Okay.
says.
that's what I figured.
And he just picks up and goes, verily it would be of much difficulty. And
So-
I'm like, amazing. Thank you.
Any other pressing questions or opinions right now? Otherwise, I'm going to start talking about Guardians and such.
Thank you for saving Bang.
You're welcome. I wish I could have done it better.
I'm
did
sorry
fine.
for releasing Dragon. I had to make sure Dragon was not dead because of what happened at the Aipom, and it was stupid. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We'll just
You're right. You took a big hit. Now you know.
So does that get rid of our ambrosia
Yeah.
theory for blue?
yes. To what I know at this point, yeah.
Okay.
And given what's just happened, if we were to keep walking to Greengate and you were to fall in a spike pit and we'd have to resurrect you, I'm not going to pick Blue over you anyway.
Well, I appreciate that, buddy.
Wait, what?
Good to know.
Did we talk about the theory as a group? I don't remember.
Well,
What
I've been
theory?
saying in character, not necessarily the statue bit, but like we should save one for Blue just in case.
Okay, I thought you had only told Phoebe that. I don't remember that it was
Yeah,
a
I
group
think
thing.
you only told me that.
Did you?
I
could've
don't
sworn we
remember
talked
that
about-
being said, but I don't.
Whatever.
I'm
I
just
think
I'm
so.
trying
I don't
to
remember a lot of things.
just in
We're good.
case.
That's where I think that at you.
Because I wasn't going to ask, like, what's the theory if I already know the theory. But I don't remember if I know it.
I don't. I'm pretty sure you just said it to me and then gave me the 2 ambrosias.
Okay. Well, no, you already had them.
No, you gave them to me and told me that.
No, I never had Ambrosias.
Yeah, we already had him. He gave him to you. You had him the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
You gave one to D, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
D has one, and
Yeah.
now
And
Phoebe
the
has one.
monkeys almost had one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The monkeys were
Um,
juggling with some magic
Oh,
potions.
I do want to double back on that. I mentioned it earlier. We kind of glossed over because there's a lot of stuff. Again, the moon touched people that we currently have are not the people that you
Right.
like. Haka's not
They're
Haka. That's an
imposters.
imposter. Everything that Haka has seen and done since that happened has been relayed to their home base or whatever.
Okay.
So they are essentially spies.
Are you able to read minds?
I don't think so. Let me try.
no.
Okay.
No. That does not come out the
Are you
territory.
thinking of a roast beef sandwich?
He's
What's a
vegetarian.
Yep.
I can.
the vegetarian is thinking of a roast beef.
Devin's like, holy shit, you might actually be able to do this.
I was thinking Arby's, man. Oh man.
All right, so we're gonna go out into the foyer with our frosties.
Actually, Frosties are good.
Prices are great.
I'm gonna take out the big blackboard that we've used on occasion.
Can we make it a whiteboard?
The Liepard is currently in your way.
Oh, what's up? Can you move, please?
I don't think he likes you,
Yeah, they're not very friendly.
Okay, well, I'll back up.
but he doesn't like anyone.
It will take a half very cautious step towards you
Uh-huh.
as Wadsworth kind of moves to interpose.
It seemed like it was really concerned
Does
about the
that
Aipom.
low grumbling purr and nuzzles its head under your hand.
Oh, it does
Okay.
like
All right, it's not hostile then. What the heck?
him. I don't know.
Let's go out to the foyer. Come on, cat.
He's now Giovanni.
It'll take some
Yes.
very
This is Giovanni's origin
very
story.
confident steps, and you can see around its neck a collar.
Oh.
And it says
I don't
G
like
on
that.
it.
Can you stop for half a second? Jesus.
I love it.
Love it.
There's a collar around its neck,
Yeah.
and in place of where a bell or name tag would be, you see a locket.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
A locket.
Like just a padlock, like a key, or like a,
Just like a
thing
little
could
one of
open.
those little lockets.
It's a little heart.
Can I
Oh.
try? Well, if I reach my hand out to try to open it, will it allow?
It will sit prominently and present its neck.
Okay, and I'll open it.
You know whose picture's in there?
Oh, that music at that very moment was so
That was really good.
That was so
That was really good. It felt planned. It felt planned.
Milo gets sucked into the locket and he's gone.
Phoebe is the true villain.
Oh my god. That was frightening.
On one side of the locket you see apparently a name. Al-Namir.
Okay.
Say it again.
Al-Namir. And on the other side, a gift for the Al-Hadi Yasir Fi Yalamin.
All right, thanks. Welcome, I guess.
Al-Namir will guard you with its life.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, what's on the other side?
What in
So
the
this
Arabian
psychic
Nights?
guardian sent a dark type Pokemon to come watch over Milo, is what I'm taking away from that.
Do you want me to answer that question?
Bentley's just gonna like short
Is that a
circuit.
Yeah,
question?
what
that
is
was
it?
that was Jordan saying
Yeah,
that.
I
That's,
know.
that- is
Oh,
that-
okay. That wasn't
Yeah, I'm
CJ.
saying, do you want me to answer that?
Do you know this
you can
cat?
respond. Feel free.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Do you know the cat?
No, I do not. But it seems that this is the cat's name is Al-Namir.
Who's that?
The cat.
Okay, but why does it know you?
I don't know.
What'd you say
To
the
me,
guardian's name
this
was?
is weirder than any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't
this
that the
is-
guardian's name?
No, the guardian's name is Mutahadith Kathir.
But
Yeah,
in
they
the
sound-
way off
but
CJ.
when
They sound alike.
Phonetically,
They kind of
it's like
sound
identical.
alike. They kind of sound alike. Obviously, it's not the same
No,
thing.
it's
I understand
not.
that, but
Well,
they sound similar.
cool. Play nice, I guess, and let's go into the foyer.
It'll kind of like curl up and a little bed appears, and it's kind of this nice gothic black bed with red velvet inside. And it lays down as if to sleep, but just stares towards you.
Okay.
What are we gonna do with that? And I'll point to the moon-touched dead Aipom.
Get a shovel.
I'm gonna imagine an impenetrable box around it.
We'll just
You've captured the
smack
hook.
into it with our knee in the middle of the night when we
Yeah,
get
you want
to
to fold
pee.
that box like into the ground or something?
Not
I
yet.
forgot something. When Wadsworth was cured, this is to Phoebe specifically, not away from anyone, but the corruption was removed and it crystallized into this moonstone, and I will imagine a hazmat glove and I will pick it up. This contains like lunar energy,
Like you're saying the normal stone.
kind of, but not as
Much?
awful. And he said this might be good for Deerling.
I should give it to Deerling?
Because Deerling has like lunar connections in a way, like space.
Yeah, but I
space
tried to
vibes.
ask Deerling, and she's like, "You're crazy. This is not my jam."
Okay, you can do with it whatever you want. If you want to throw it away or give it to Deerling, you can. Or if you are just rejecting
Just
this,
give it to her.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
yeah.
Give it.
I mean, this is from what I've been told is a moonstone.
Yeah.
Which is similar to what you would evolve like a Clefairy. Like these exist in our world already. I'm just a little more hesitant to touch it now that I know exactly what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm
Maybe.
gonna put it
What's
in a.
Deerling turn into?
I'm gonna imagine a box around it,
Okay.
and then take.
Make a
take it.
box for the
You
moonstone.
can do with it what you please.
May add to your inventory moonstone.
My only request is if you decide you don't want it and you're gonna try to blow it up or something, let me know first because given what we know about source stones, I don't want you doing something rash. Yep.
Cool.
Do I look rash to you?
No, but you sound rash.
Yes.
And I have a rash.
Oh my god.
Oh, you should get
Look at it!
I'm so stressed.
there a
Be one of those
doctor?
plants.
My
Sarah,
eye is
doctor?
twitching.
Yes, it's you. You're the doctor.
My eye is twitching. I have a rash.
Obviously, none of those are galaxy type, but
You don't know.
I will posit a question before I get started because I just realized kind of how we've tiptoed around this in the past. I've been getting information about the existing guardians, their names and what they are. I don't have where they are. I don't know. I'm happy to talk about it and share this information, but I know we've been not wanting to like consolidate this info somewhere. So maybe I shouldn't just write all their names down on something.
This doesn't exist technically.
That's true.
Yeah, I know, but like we don't know what the case is with this Aipom or that Liepard or whatever. Like I don't. It seems kind of.
so you don't
The
know
Liepard
Leopard?
seems like it's here for you.
Yeah, but sure. I just want to ask, like, do we want to go into it full bore right now, or is there any other concern? That's all I'm asking.
Let's just hit this thing head on, baby.
Okay.
I mean, if you know, might as well learn.
Okay. So, let's start with the things we do know. Nubster and Manny are acolytes of their respective stones. Crash is a warden. Tropius is a warden. Feraligator is the guardian of the Waterstone. However, Remy is also a guardian, which poses well for mine and Wadsworth's situation in that we're both in that element. That makes me happy. Rosalie and her Ampharos, similar deal. They are guardians of an electric stone, and the steel and the grass one are also there.
I'm going to make a minor correction.
Okay.
A steel and grass stone.
A steel and grass stone are there.
Okay, Rosalie is the guardian of the
There's a couple subtle
of the
things.
electric.
of
Yes.
electric.
Sometimes it will say
stone.
a or and.
Yes.
Sometimes it will say the.
Got it.
Those are intentional.
Got it.
So
Okay.
then
Noted.
then you would classify then the grass and the steel as not guardians but wardens.
Yes.
Correct, right, Drew?
Would
that be in the same vein?
Rosalie's case,
Like Vileplume would be a...
Yeah.
Ampharos is the guardian of the electric stone.
Mm-hmm.
A steel and a grass stone are also located there.
But not the stone.
There are no guardians for those stones. They are located
They're just
there.
watching it, kind of.
They
like
are watching a piece of those stones.
Which, again, makes me feel good because with Rosalie kind of being in that realm and having those beliefs isn't necessarily using those in a negative way.
Can you just, so this makes more sense in my brain.
Yes.
I would like the tree here. Who? Because you said acolyte now. You've
Yes.
said.
I'm going to tell you the ranks. I'm just going to tell you the ranks.
Yes,
okay?
I just want the ranks right now.
They're the top one.
One.
I don't.
There is one above that bottom rank. It is the last name on your list.
There is the number one, the big kahuna, the single being of everything, not per stone, of all.
God?
A god king.
Okay.
Is that what the title is? God King?
Okay.
Precursor is the.
Oh.
So precursor
Yes.
created the stones?
Number one. I don't know. I'm telling you the org chart. I don't know who hired who. Okay.
Baby, would you just listen?
We're just getting workflow here.
I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah, I've been handed the org chart. I don't know who does
Okay. So
facilities and
then
who does.
Then how does
electrical.
How does it tie into the stones then?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is just I was given the list
Precursor
of.
is the top name.
Yes.
Okay.
Below that.
Let me know also if you need any help with pronunciations.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher them and then you can correct me.
Yep, I got you.
Then,
I
oh,
want to be as respectful as I can, but even I'm going to get them wrong.
the God King's name, which is a translation of God King, if that makes sense, like what the name means, God King,
Okay.
is Mukadimat Ila Al-Haya.
Pretty close, yeah. Mukadimat Ila al-Haya.
That's what I said, pretty sure.
Pretty much.
To my knowledge, this is all like really old language, which is what whoever named this Liepard is apparently fluent in. Because that does sound familiar, like in the same vein, kind of like what you're saying.
Who named the Liepard?
The precursor.
What?
It doesn't matter. Just let him keep going.
All right. Any other questions?
No, go.
Can I move on? All
Yes,
right.
next thing.
The next thing above Guardian is the Scion. Okay.
Like the car.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a
exactly.
bunch of Scions driving around.
It's like in the Bible where
Yeah.
Jesus didn't talk about his Honda Accord.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did
get
not
around
speak
somehow.
of his own accord.
All
For
right.
it was very unreliable. And it broke down all the time. It's the only Bible quote I know. I'm sorry.
This information is useless. No one cares. I'll just close my book.
No. Precursor.
Yeah.
Scion's next.
Yeah.
I just like
Okay.
the idea you have this massive blackboard at the top. You write God King, and we're like, well, what about it? It's just one thing is written, It's like, and you just let me fill out
Halfway
the
through
board.
the name, and you're like, well, why is that one better
It's the
than
only
these?
thing on
Let
this
me
massive
finish.
board.
You
am.
said the Scion, so there's one.
No. Well, per stone.
Oh,
Scion per
There's
stone.
a step above guardian per stone.
Per
The scions
per
that
stone.
I know about are the Tide Caller, Rabu Alzura.
Pretty close.
Sorry, say that. Tide what?
Tide Caller?
Collar?
Tide Pods.
Caller.
Tide Pods.
Tide
Yeah.
collar.
Let me just close my book. And
And his name?
So much information.
we're going to be at this for 7 hours.
All right. Do you want?
I'd like to just read the things.
Yes.
Just read it. Just read
Yeah,
it.
read it out.
Nobody's gonna say anything until you're done reading.
If anybody wants the names and the spellings afterwards, let me know.
I don't care about
It
that.
will save us so much time.
Okay.
I don't care about that.
Okay. Tide Caller, Rabu Alzura, the Scion of the Waterstone. Do I understand species so I can just say them?
These are being relayed to
Okay.
you. Species are there.
A Kyogre.
Damn.
D knows exactly what
Not
that one
A.
is.
The
Did I say A? I thought I just said the name.
Kyogre.
Okay. The Kyogre. I will adjust that
So
moving
these are
forward.
legendaries then.
Scion for the Ghost Stone.
Mm-hmm.
The Grave Tender.
Fuck.
Aliata Akabir.
Aliata Al-Kabir.
Okay. Scion of the Ghost Stone is a Gengar, as we knew. The Scion of the Fairy Stone is Diancie. That is the soul of the Fae. Aljinyat Alru.
Al-Jinyat Al-Ruha.
Oh, the ha is silent on the spelling.
Yes.
That's a thing. The Scion of the Dragonstone, known as the Father of the Drakes, Ray Alderic.
Rai Alderic. Pretty close.
It's a Hydreigon. Finally, and I will mention one more time, these are just the ones that I know about. We have the Scion of the Fighting Stone, Katil Arijal, known as the Slayer of Men. That is Blue's partner, Urshifu.
Okay.
Oof.
Which is why I kind of was entertaining the idea on both sides, because what a name.
That makes sense.
Yikes.
The thing's fucking crazy looking.
But also, if you're a Slayer, well, post show. Below Scion
Is guardian.
is Guardian. Here are the ones we know about. Remy for Alligator. Done deal. Rosalie and Ampharos. Got it. Crash. And CJ, down to work with you on that? I think that's a good idea.
Sure.
In the future, to be a Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
The Guardian of the Poison Stone is Drapion. Malikat Alsumi,
AKA The Rock.
aka the Venom Queen.
I'm bummed it wasn't Goop.
Darn. Yeah, here I am, guys.
I'm protecting the stone or whatever.
I'm an old fart. I'm just out here guarding things.
This is the most interesting one to me. The Guardian of the Rock Stone is Thuiban al-Hijara, the Snake of Stones. Which to me kind of sounds like Steelix, but Steelix is Steel type, so maybe it was the Guardian, but had been tampered and became Steel type. And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was an Onyx and Steelix.
Yeah, like with that lab with Pendleton and stuff, if they did something to the Guardian and altered it in a way.
So is it
Just a thought.
it's just described as rock snake?
Guardian of the Rockstone, that's all it has listed here.
Interesting.
Probably.
Below Guardian, we have Warden, which is Crash. Myself and Wadsworth for Psychic. Howl is currently of the Firestone Guardian. Or Warden, excuse me.
Tropius.
That's, Tropius, and that is it. Below that, we have Acolyte, which, as we said, was Manny and Nubster. I think that's it. And then there is a rank below that that's not, like, formally recognized. That is just something that slacking. Perfect example. Stumbled upon it, came into possession of it, not necessarily within the hierarchy or doing anything with it.
Another good example would be the Talonflame.
Perfect.
Stumbled upon the stone for a while.
no named ranking.
It's not an official thing.
They don't
it's just-
really. It's not really tracked.
acknowledged.
Yeah.
So
It's
just
when
put
you hold it
a
long
name
enough,
rank.
you become an acolyte.
Something bad happened that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. That
cosmic
is-
oopsie, if
Let me
you
just
will.
reread these and make sure I said them all.
I think you got him.
Yes. So that is that.
Well, I've met that one, and I point to the tide collar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad took his trident.
Say what now?
The tide collar's trident?
I guess so, and I guess it's mine now. Or so to be. I mean, I don't have it.
Oh, you
Took
don't
it
have
as in like stole it, or like he like battled him and he like gave it to him or something.
The latter?
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
both.
All right. All right. All right.
But I mean, the tide. I talked with the tide caller, and he says, when the time comes, it's mine.
Okay. So am I a guardian then?
No, you're
Remy
a
and
warden.
Feraligator are guardians.
You're the
You're a
warden.
Crash is a warden. However, given what we've talked about, I would really like to have a conversation with you because I think that you and Crash in tandem becoming guardians would be better than just Crash becoming a guardian. Not anything against Crash.
Nah, if I get to hang out with Crash, that's fine.
For what I'm saying is,
So you move up? You move up the...
It's a
yeah,
hierarchy
Damn,
that you
Milo
can
skipped
improve
part of the
upon.
food chain.
yep.
Okay.
That's what's up.
To me, to a degree, I agree with the idea that it's helpful for a stone to be guarded by both, in a similar vein that, let's say, let's just pick one out here at random. Well, we'll just go Tropius because it's a warden. There's no one there to work both sides. So if Tropius, having the backstory that Tropius has, I can see where Tropius would be mad at people and might not do things that help everybody.
That's
where
fair.
if Tropius had someone that grew up with it and they became tandem warden / guardians, it would be better for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you know if the amount of source stone that like you have makes you stronger? Like, does that matter?
That's a good question.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
assume with the Urshifu being called Slayer of Men, yes.
So what, you think he just has like a giant fucking axe of source stone or something?
That or this thing is ripped beyond shreds and can just flick a hole into reality.
I'm curious how the
Goddamn
Slayer of
mountain.
Men became someone's Pokemon and now does stuff with them.
I'm curious as to why it has that title.
Yeah, both.
Because they were balanced by the Slayer of Pokemon.
Nice.
And the Slayer of Pokemon is who?
It's
Blue.
his-
That's what
his-
she's saying. They
Shit.
counteract each other.
Yeah.
If
They
it,
seem like a
if it
balanced
helps
team there.
for everybody hearing all of this at once, I'll leave it up to Milo if this becomes character knowledge or player knowledge for your notes.
Mm-hmm.
The English translation is rough. I can only go so far. For all of these, the actual official Arabic title is what a Pokemon would refer to another Pokemon as.
Oh, okay.
So to put that in perspective, your Pokemon would refer to each other in a similar manner. Fang would call Haka Haka because you do,
Yeah.
out of respect.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were alone and to be conversing, they would have their own names for each other. So these translations are very rough and awkward. The only thing that is, pun intended, set in stone for you is whether or not they are a Scion Guardian Acolyte to the or a or an. So, like, prime example, Nubster is the Acolyte of an Ice Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning there is no one singular spire of ice out there. There are many chunks of it.
Gotcha.
And it is protected by various beings.
Makes
Okay.
sense. Makes
If
sense.
you are a Scion, you have or know where the entire thing is.
Like
Or
where all
the
the
pieces.
bits are?
Everything. At any given time, you could find all those pieces, track them down, and bring them to one place.
Okay.
Now, this is player knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that up to Milo. But just for your guys' notes, so that you know kind of the hierarchy here, I'm not going to give you anything on the precursor. All I'm going to tell you is that name usually means that which came before.
That's fair.
Scion, you know you are fully in tune with that stone. Your life is tied to its. If it dies, you die.
Oh.
If you are a guardian, if it dies, what happened to Ares will happen to you. You lose that element, you're tapped out, and it's gone.
Damn.
If you are a guardian and you fail, same deal. If you fail to protect that stone that you were entrusted to, the stone turns its back on you forever. You will never be what you were. If you are a warden and you have that stone for a while and you guard it and something comes along that's stronger than you and takes it from you, it's like Fight Club. You go dust
Pink
yourself
slips.
off, come back, fight. You could take it back.
Yeah.
Now, if that thing becomes strong enough to become the guardian and you dethrone it, it becomes basically a mutated animal with no special abilities beyond whatever it could do. An acolyte is somebody that's been walking around with something for a while and they're starting to kind of get the hang of the things that they can do with it. That's where your nubsters and your mannies would fall. So they have a small piece of it with them. It enhances their ability, but isn't giving them something they didn't already have.
Got it.
So that's what an acolyte would be.
And Manny has the ground one for
Manny
context,
has a
right?
small bit of the ground stone.
That's what
yes.
it is,
It has
okay.
kind of embedded itself in his being.
That's what it is. Cool.
So just so that that's kind of clear, because I know everybody at home's going to have a lot of questions, so I'd rather just get that out now. That is everything that I will share in this moment about what those rankings are and what they mean, so that everybody can be kind of on the same page. Whether or not that's character knowledge, I'm going to leave that up to Milo. Because that's not written in here at all.
Yeah.
That is just, I'm going to give that to you guys for free.
Mm-hmm.
Do with that what you will. Your characters don't necessarily know that, but for your notes, and so you kind of get a feel of where things fall.
So then the people that are guardians, like, they know that they're guardians.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they know all this information too then.
Like what I just told you?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. To me, this was a tool to help us find more information. Like the guardian knew, but I don't know if that's a case of like wisdom and having met them, or if that's because he can sense them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I'm just saying not necessarily.
It's interesting.
So do we just go around and start collecting these rocks and become stronger, or we just don't touch it, or like what's that game plan?
I think as a group, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but in the past we've talked about not necessarily against knowing where they are, but we definitely don't want them all in one place.
Well, we got 4 of them now.
Yep.
All crammed together and within
Yeah.
a mansion.
I mean, it may be, A, it's interdimensional, so that's pretty cool. But
Fair enough.
B, it might be worth discussing with Rosalie how she does it, given that she has some chunks of them similar to we do, and how she maintains it.
I mean, I could call her, right? Like, she has a Pori phone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much she just answered chill over the phone, but worth a shot.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that, like, how did 2 of like the top dogs get locked away? How did that happen?
It's a
Who did that?
amazing
Yeah.
question. And that's one I'm willing to ask next time I talk to him.
Okay.
I'm assuming at this point the door's closed, or
It's getting there. You guys are getting to a point where you're either going to have to get out of the manor for the day, or you're
We
going to
wasted-
spend an entire day in the manor.
and night. So
Or we just, it closes, we just sleep all day, and then we walk all night.
I feel like walking during the day is a lot better.
I'm kidding.
I mean, we could just die in the jungle at night.
He's like, no, because you don't know what happened out there last night.
There was monkeys everywhere. I'm having PTSD, man. I can't do this anymore.
Um,
Do you have a rough time? Oh, never mind. I already asked this the first time, and you said I couldn't do it. Making the Blackwater ball within that time frame.
Couple hours, yeah.
Yeah.
If you spent the day in here, you could do it.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
I know that, but
Yeah,
I
you
don't
could
want
probably
to.
make 2 or 3.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so
what do you guys want to do?
should we just like go then?
Yeah, let's make our way out of the manor. Let's keep walking. Let's walk and talk. Do you want me to call Rosalie and find out how we Do you want to divulge this information? Because I feel like you'd be a lot better at explaining it than me. I would just jump straight to it and being like, girl, I know you got this stuff. What up? It's going to be a lot easier if you're like, hey, I have this, and show her, your bling, and then kind of segue into it.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I kind of feel like it's a better thing to do in person, but...
Time's of the essence, though.
We can try, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, we could just, bamf right back here, go back to Fola for a day, but we're losing a day. You know what I mean?
I'm regardless of what we do, I'm really not against at least getting to Greengate so that it's an option down the road, because it's the only place we haven't been. Even if we don't do anything there, at least we can get here quickly.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, to give it a ring and then be like, divulge whatever information you want out.
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Okay. I'll make my way outside the door. And I'm looking around for Aipoms, holding my bag.
Yeah, let's get a perception or investigation.
Doing
Either
a
one.
paranoid investigation.
Modified 20.
Modified 20.
They're everywhere.
You see one Aipom up in the tree, and it just goes with its big tail hand. I'm watching.
Like, no, I'm watching you.
And then I'll whistle for Mute to walk out.
Okay. it scampers off into the trees.
Yeah, I'm gonna strap my, because it's like a duffel bag, so I'm gonna kind of pull it in front of me as I walk. Yeah.
Now you're
As
like...
Dirty Mike and the boys up in the trees, we will steal that bag! And they run away. Perfect.
And I'll pull out the porch phone and I'll doot to Miss Rosalie.
Yeah, you get a very, very early morning, like partially put together Rosalie. D?
Yeah, hey, hi, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, just living the dream.
Where are you?
On our way
in the
to
jungle?
Yep, on our way to Greengate.
Oh, all right.
Yep,
I haven't been up that way in a long time. I didn't know there was a jungle. I was thought it was like a forest.
Yeah, it's like could like happen overnight kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Sure, yeah, I guess.
So we have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass you over to Milo. You remember Milo,
yeah.
right? All right. So here he is. Just know we care about you, and we hope all is well.
Oh, thanks. I care about you too. Oh, hi, Milo.
I'm so awkward. Sorry.
Hey, Rosalie, are we all just walking now? Are we just...
Up to you guys, yeah. If you want to walk and talk, you can walk and talk.
Is that what we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Chop.
Hey, Rosalie.
Hi.
I don't really know how to start this conversation.
Okay.
Let's start here. I recently learned of a belief system, I guess you can call it, of maintaining balance between elements and people and Pokemon, and the teachings that promote that.
Okay, I think we're on the same page.
Okay.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I believe so.
You get some you come across some interesting rocks on your travel?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you done right to call me.
Good. So, long story short, I've become privy to the information that you similarly have come across strange rocks in your times.
You are correct.
And us also having strange rocks. If you had any advice on how to keep them safe, because if I'm being honest, I'm sure you saw, we had come into contact with them before we had even met you.
Yeah, you guys kind of stick out.
Yeah, that's the kind of problem we're running into, where learning that you had the ones you did was kind of surprising, because none of us knew at all that you'd had, even though we had the experience.
Part of the majesty, isn't it? And she'll kind of notion to one of her hairpins, and you can see held within there are 3 little tiny fragments of a crystal.
Okay.
It's all about disguising it.
Okay.
Wherever you can.
Cool. So I guess our main question is, how do you best wrestle containing it, keeping them safe, maintaining that balance?
It's a bit hard when you're out in the jungle, but,
Yeah.
just don't flaunt it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it subtle when you can.
Okay.
They're gonna let you do some incredible things, but you can't give yourself over to the power of it. You have to respect what it's giving you, because it's gonna take something, too, to use it too much.
Interesting.
There is a balance. The way of thinking that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We call it the alma body.
Could you spell that, Drew?
Almabadi.
All my body.
After I work out, all my body hurts.
I can't give you guys anything.
Can you spell it one more time?
Almabadi.
We are the corruption.
Yep, you deserve what's coming.
ALL space MY space BODY.
It's a belief system of living within the bounds of nature.
Yeah.
It's what we try to do here at the facility.
Got it.
We take energy from the earth, yes, but we give it back as well.
Okay.
And we only take what we need, and we give back what we can.
Okay. I had a couple other questions, but I want to make sure I wasn't forgetting something. Was there something else we...
Like just making, like, because we have so many, within a thing.
Yeah.
How do we make sure they don't go?
Okay. Are there any major risks of these rocks getting close to each other? Like,
Not unless you apply an incredible amount of force to a weak point in one or more of them. If you lose one, there will be a chain reaction. That has been a bit of a concern of mine since you all swung through, if I'm honest. But
fair.
as long as they all stay intact, you should be perfectly safe.
Okay. I have one other question.
Sure.
This is a little more of a difficult one, but do you foresee any... Well, let me start over. Dee mentioned we're in a jungle.
Yeah.
We're pretty much in Xantha.
The desert?
Mm-hmm. From what we can tell, this seems to be Tropius is doing.
Okay.
Is there any concern with that?
I'll get back to you on that one. I'll do some digging. I know that poor thing has been through the ringer.
Yeah.
It has a tendency to act on impulse.
Yeah.
Very caring and nurturing soul, but...
Can you do me a
they've been
favor,
through a
though?
lot. Sure.
When you find out the answer to that, can you call us and let us know?
Absolutely.
Is there any way for me to insight that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good man.
23.
He's done it. He's only gone and done it.
She's a liar, kill her.
Kill the witch!
It's not my nose, it's a false one.
Why are you
It's
like
at
this,
this
Tia?
point that you see a false nose on Rosalie.
Really long, like a carrot.
Well, that was it. Good luck.
Good luck to you guys, too. Stay safe.
Will do.
And the Porygon's like, how would you rate your call?
5 out of 5, baby.
Reception, 4 out of 5. Well, 5 because it's in a jungle. That's really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was quite difficult.
Okay, bye. Well,
What's up?
it seems like we're okay. I mean, on the stone front, I think
Cool.
we can just keep doing what we're doing. Just try not to be as obvious about it. Like, hey, Wadsworth, use your psychic source stone sword attack. Like, don't advertise that you're doing it.
Were we doing that?
No, I mean, the unfortunate business is we have two in particular, between Nubster and Crash, walking around with them literally on display, but...
Yeah, but I feel like unless you know what that is, you just be like, oh, that's kind of a
But that's the
cool
problem
variant.
for the people that know what that is.
I mean, we could make some coverings for him.
But
Just slide them over like the tuss.
Slips.
Anywho's, I am mildly concerned that
Stone slip.
Tropius might be acting beyond what it should be doing, and not that I'm saying that they don't have every right to do so, but if it's affecting all the original wildlife here, I think we should try to do something about it, and before
now?
someone else does something rash.
Right now? Is that what you're saying? We should not go to Greengate and help
I think
Tropius?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Do we have,
Too many things are way too pressing.
Do we have like a call to like Tropius?
No, that I know
I
of.
don't think so. It always found us.
Fair enough.
Well, Phoebe, maybe you could send out Sage. Sage seemed kind of in tune with all
The
of
more
this foresty
lush
stuff.
he gets,
That's true.
the closer he is to Tropius.
I mean, we do have a moderate amount of time. We have 59 days. If it's important enough to reset the balance by moving Tropius back, maybe Sage would be able to find
Yeah.
Tropius.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
Let's
it's Tropius.
reset the balance once there is a balance to be reset. Because
My concern is that I don't want someone fixing the balance by killing Tropius and moving the stone back. I don't think Tropius deserves that fate.
You know what I think?
Not that I'm saying that's going to happen.
I don't either, but also it's like
Oh, I'll save it for the potion.
this is small peanuts, as you would say, because if there's nothing to reset, then what's the point? Did you get me?
Yeah. I'm saying we can move it and fix it, but then nothing else gets helped and it all blows up anyway.
Correct.
Yep.
That's just what's going on in my brain.
Yep. Well, I pass it to you guys.
I would like to go to Greengate.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit on the
Sure.
top of the charts.
CJ,
That's what we're doing.
what do you want to do?
I don't know what I want to do.
Okay. Just
Do you
along
bang
for
with
the
you?
ride right now?
Yep.
Did you bring Bang out with you?
Yep.
He's super excited.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, there are trees
Everywhere.
in a jungle,
It's really all I'm
and I
focused on
can
at
be
this
a
time.
monkey boy. He will immediately begin climbing and flinging himself around and
Love
having
it.
just a grand time.
Love
Let's
it.
go.
Bentley, any opinions one way or the other?
I'm with everybody else. Let's just continue toward Greengate, and if we spot Tropius or other things on the way, which seems to happen quite a bit, we can pivot.
Okie doke.
On the road again.
I was just about to go there.
Were you?
Yeah, I was jamming in my head.
We're the same person, dude.
Yeah.
Singing!
So, if we're back on the road again, so to speak, can I get a marching order and a group perception check?
I'll be in the back.
And then who does everyone have with them? Are we putting anybody in
That's a great
PCs?
question.
I'll
Oh,
Is anybody just
also-
staying in the manor?
I'll also be in the back with D.
I have everybody is into PC for me. That's Neek included.
Everybody's in the
But
PC,
I have
okay.
like my squadron with me. So
Squadron,
mute,
okay.
bio, doubloon, and star.
Cool. Yeah, as long as you guys know the lot you have with you, we're good there. I'm just curious, like, if anybody's out walking alongside you,
Crash is also out. for
jamming,
me.
jiving. Got Crash and Bang out.
Yeah.
The boys are back together. Crash and Bang are probably having a nice chat, catching up.
I'll
Yeah.
have Sage, and I'll do a swap ski, and I'm gonna have Gleek.
Gleek!
Because I'm sure Gleek would enjoy this.
The Eggy Boys.
The Eggy boys are back in town.
Yeah.
The Ghoul boys. The Ghouligans.
Did the Liepard leave the manor?
The Liepard left the manor. Stays about 30, 40 feet behind you guys. Just on the cusp of what you can see. Usually up in a tree. Kind of slinking along behind
I will
you.
ask it to
Yeah.
keep an eye out for the Tropius. I will also have Monty out and Wadsworth, and then I'm gonna walk
Yeah.
alongside the Trumbeak,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna be like, dude, I didn't really mean for that. It started out fun. You did amazing. That was fun. I know it got crazy there at the end, but that's kind of what we're all about. I mean, I'm happy your wing was able to be fixed. You're free to fly the jungle, or if you would like to join us, I would be much obliged. I will take that as a positive. Caca doot doot.
Yeah. It will very
I speak
gently
fluent
peck
bird.
you in the middle of the forehead, just like a little tap.
And I'll toss a Pokeball at
Wake
it.
up, sheeple.
Just Pokeball?
Let's go.
I don't think
Like
I had
just like a normal.
Yeah.
That's not like me throwing shade.
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
curious.
Yeah, yeah,
For the DC.
Just
Peasant.
Normally, I would ask you for anything above a 30.
Okay.
But this Trumbeak is quite fond of you, so I'm actually just gonna ask you for anything above a 15.
And you're a bird trainer.
It's a
So 16 or above, and it works.
He's bird fishing.
Does 85 work?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Immensely. In either direction, it's good. So yes, Trumbeak will join the squad,
Sweet.
and Pokeballs begin shaking.
Yep.
Who goes away?
I'm gonna send. I had Eunice with me. Eunice
Okay.
can go back to the PC.
Oh, sorry, you
Peace, bitch.
It's probably too hot for that wall out
Yeah.
here.
Thinking about
When
it.
you can't sweat
We just
in
shave her
the jungle,
down.
No.
you want to deal with that static
Grow
zone?
back.
No.
You don't want to have
Just
cotton
a
guard anymore?
shaved sheep?
I am.
But she'll have another ability. Naked.
Sexy sheep.
No, naked something.
Ah, naked's the something.
All right. Anyways,
No.
I am gonna send him back out.
Okay.
And say like, rock on, welcome aboard. If you don't mind. Well, here's the thing. We just learned a bunch of stuff. Can I, in any way, try to find out what its like Arabic name is?
Give me an Arcana
No.
check.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana
If
check.
not, I have a name, but I was just curious if I
Yeah.
could know it.
Okay, but you're gonna have to pronounce it correctly and
10. Every
study
time.
Arabic. Just so you know.
If not, no big deal. We just learned it, so I
Yeah.
figured I'd ask.
Nope, totally fine. The human equivalent, so to speak, would be Tayyir Aljana.
Please spell.
Tayyir Aljana.
Tybo. That's what he's gonna name it. Tybo.
Aljana.
Yep. The
Okay,
rough
cool.
translation for you would be a bird of paradise.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna call it Tayyir when it's in trouble, like when you middle name a child.
Okay.
But affectionately, team name
Toot toot.
Aka call sign. Call him Boomer.
Boomer. All right. Okay, Boomer.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Just so I can say that as many times as possible.
Yes.
Love it.
Amazing. Very good.
And with the rest of my crew, we'll do it later.
Okay.
Never mind.
Sure.
Never mind.
Who is walking in the front? I know D is chilling in the back of the group.
I'm with D in the back.
Liepard a little way behind. Bentley's hanging out in the back.
I'll be in the front with Sage and Gleek.
I'll be
From
behind
Sage
Phoebe.
I'll be in the back behind every. I'm just kidding. I will be second.
All right, everybody wants to be the butt of the group.
Wow. Okay. Gleek
Gleek.
is having so much fun.
Yes.
Gleek! Gleek, 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 gleek. And they're just like jumping around. They're finding like little seeds and stuff and flinging them back and forth to each other.
Yes.
They're very excited. They like roll under your feet and you're like, Gleek, I'm gonna break you. And you're like, Gleek! And they just roll around the forest floor. They're having a great time.
Yes.
Sage
Excellent.
parted his hair the other way today, and it's
No
very
way.
unsettling.
That
It looks
is
like a
weird.
whole new oddish.
Really?
Brand new plant.
That'll do
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
not in
instead of this way, it's not going this way. And he's like, I'm just thought try it out.
I see what you're doing. Looks good.
Going through his emo phase.
Yeah. And he'll kind of like,
Looks good.
after a while, he'll bring a vine up and open the top, and the smallest of the gleeks is hiding in his leaf hair. And he's like, oh, oddish. Gleek! And it jumps away. It's like, oddish. Oddish. Oh. Oddish. And he'll just kind of go back to like walking with you.
On the case of an accidental giant oopsie, if the manor doors were to open later, it'd be too. Oh, we can go in and then do the stuff with Dragon, right? It's not like okay.
Bentley already buried a dragon.
Well, he can
okay.
be dug
Well,
up.
that'll be a fun chat.
Yeah, that occurred in the moments.
Yeah, he snuck
I
away.
When everything
texted
was
Drew
chaos.
as I snuck away with him.
You did sneak away.
He came back crying. We all noticed it.
Nobody asked.
Didn't address it. Too much other stuff going on.
It's true, but we'll get to it.
But
Be a fun chat.
to answer the question all the same, You'd
theory.
have 10 days to do ambrosia.
Okay.
You have 8 hours from the moment you caught it
Yeah. Okay.
before you could do anything if you wanted to.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you guys what you want to do. You have literally 10 days from right now if you change your minds. It's never too late.
I have
Well,
something
10
I'd like
days.
to do.
Well, in 11 days it'll be too late.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
Can I take the portable PC?
No.
Is there a way that I could?
You can't have it. What are you going to do with it?
Is there a way to reverse engineer to where I can communicate with the other portions, like the other
The other tablets.
tablets?
Give me an intelligence check.
Crit. No, you can't.
What are you trying to do
very
over
certain that
there?
you
What are
can't.
you trying to do over there?
5.
In its current state, on a 5, in its current state, no.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not impossible.
Okay.
But with what you have with you right now, no.
Okay. So it'd be
But
something like
whatever
at
it
night.
is kind of eluding you for the moment on a 5.
Yeah.
But you're like, this could be done.
If I had the proper things.
But there's bird calls and it's hot and it's muggy and you guys are like, ugh, it's gross.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Speaking of the weather, though, I would love it if somebody would throw a D4 for me. I don't mind who. Could be
do it.
anybody.
Go for
That's
it.
not a 4.
Yeah, D4.
That's what
The
you
one
said.
with
Wait.
4 sides. Yeah, the big one. Yeah, the weather die.
The one that
Come
sealed my
on.
fate of getting shot.
4.
Yeah, perfect. It is. It's not as muggy as it has been. There's no fog or anything today. It's a perfectly clear day, which means it's really hot. But the humidity is a lot lighter than it has been. So you guys aren't actually sweating that bad. It's a dry heat.
I was never sweating though.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. So you don't notice really any difference. Wadsworth is walking in the sun rays as much as possible.
Interesting.
Just drinking it in. And he's just
Okay.
having a great time. Bang is probably doing the same.
Well, I'm sure Bang's like,
Yes.
hecka yeah.
Hecka yeah!
Hecka yeah! I'm out.
I'm normal.
Hecka yeah!
I'm not on the moon.
Phoebe BB.
Yeah.
So like, can you get in contact with the Lord Ridgemont?
Mm-hmm.
You can. You just like when you're in the manor.
Mm-hmm.
You just go in there and you're
Just
like, "Hey, Lord Ridgemont," and then he'll like show up. How's that work?
No, I just I want to talk to you, and then a phone appears.
Oh,
Then I.
you just talk to him on the phone.
Lord
Yeah.
Birchbox.
That's
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, he's not always there. It's just like a voicemail,
Oh, okay.
Midrod.
but yeah.
We should talk to him next time we're
About
in there.
all this stuff.
Well, just like the balance thing, because I remember him talking about that a lot. That was like
Yeah, you did talk to him a lot.
that was like one of his things.
Yeah.
It's like, you shouldn't have that. I need to make sure that there's balance. I'm really into balance. I just remember him being like weird about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that, with all the psychic stuff that Milo just told us about, and like maybe the prime mind's into balance, but maybe balance isn't a good thing. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's worth a shot. I just feel like I don't know. He's always really like
Annoyingly cryptic.
yeah, and like holds
Oh,
literally all his cards
I
to his
don't
chest.
like him at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I specifically just want to know if he knows anything about
He's a little
who-
patronizing. Yeah.
who locked up Gravetender in the first place.
Uh,
And I don't really know how to get in touch with him anymore. So like I'm gonna try,
okay.
but I don't think I'm gonna be able to.
What do you mean? How are you gonna try?
Like I can still kind of do some ghost stuff, cause
Yeah.
but it's not like I'm not like good at it anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like it's just like I don't
I mean
know.
that makes sense.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and see if I can talk to him
Does what
and
about
then
Desmond?
just ask him. Well, Desmond is more like just a ghost. I don't know if
Yeah,
he can
but,
really
like,
do
I'm
like.
so much more than just a
You're
ghost.
not. You are.
As he
I meant-
flies.
I meant like.
Always just
what I
around
meant,
to
damn it.
hear those things.
He's
I
working
always
on,
forget.
You asked him to work on being invisible and unnoticed.
I know. I
So
always
he follows
forget.
behind you invisibly.
I always
And
forget.
then you talk about him right to his face, and he's like, "You didn't even know I was here."
I didn't mean it like that.
All you see is tears
God damn it.
as like
God
in the
damn it.
distance.
He's so dramatic.
I mean, I guess I could ask him, but I don't know that. Whatever. Hey, you know the grave tender, right?
You only come to me
No,
when
I
you
don't.
need
I think you're
something.
incredible. I just didn't know if this was something
You
you could
never
do, and
just wanna
assumed, and
talk anymore.
I shouldn't have assumed.
Because I don't know.
Well, let's just see what.
do you want?
Do you think you can find the grave tender?
The what?
The chicken tenders? I
Can't
want
find
some
chicken tenders?
No, grave tender. Grave tender.
Oh, you want some chicken nuggies?
No, I can get those later. Ruby makes those real good.
Yeah, she does. She got the dinosaur ones.
Yeah, but they're not actually chicken.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, whatever.
mean they're not
I can't taste them
They're
anyway.
the other kind of meat that's not
Impossible meat?
not
the other
Pokemon.
white meat.
Oh, okay, I see.
Can you find the grave tender? Do you think that's something you can do?
I don't know.
Me either.
Do you think you could find like the president of humans?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
we
That's
could.
what I mean. I don't know. Like
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
try too. I just
I've
don't know
got
if I
one of
can
those
do it
like
either.
little rectangles that can pull up little people and talk to them. I've got one of those.
I don't
have that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like...
don't know. Do you want me to like go look or something? I just be
Yeah.
gone
Can
for
you
like,
like
a couple
go to
days.
like the ghost place?
Can we go to the ghost
Can you
place?
still do that?
Yeah.
The ghost realm, yeah.
Like I can see into it, but I haven't really like tried to interact with it much since I didn't have the thing anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah. Maybe that was just like a conduit for you though. That you can do it.
I mean, yeah, I know I can do it.
It made you more consistent.
Right.
Like you could do it.
I know.
I bet.
Well, no, I
But I believe in you,
Okay.
and I don't talk about you behind your back.
God damn it. You're right. I'm never gonna do that again. I
Do you want me to
promise.
go into the ghost realm
Only
and
good
try to
things.
track down the grave tender? Is
Yeah,
that what you
just
really want?
yeah, just
That's
be
what you
careful.
want?
And if you ever like in trouble and like you get into a sticky situation, just
Get
get,
out,
out of there.
get out.
Oh, yeah, pina colada.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll come running.
exactly.
All right, great.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
okay.
see you guys later. Deuces.
Bye.
We
bye,
believe
bye.
in you, Des.
Thank you.
So yeah, he's gonna go do that. I'm gonna try to later. And
Well,
then
how do you do it?
well, like kind of like I did before.
Oh, okay, just without
Yeah.
the tombstone.
Like I can kind of just like see into that
Okay.
plane
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like interact with that stuff better now.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe you should just practice.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to do little things like that.
Okay.
But
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I figure
time.
you apparently have a phone to the man, so maybe he knows information too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk to him about it. Because now I'm like, why is that a thing that keeps coming up all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we go in the manor, find me.
Okay.
Perfect.
Boom, boom, boom.
I need a volunteer.
I volunteer as tribute.
For sacrifice?
Whoa!
Nice snag.
Thank you.
Good job. Go ahead and throw that for me, real quick. Wait, just while you guys are walking and talking. I'm just curious.
0.
Double lots.
Wow.
Excellent.
You
Okay.
all die.
We'll get to that later. I don't want to interrupt anything, but thank you.
Hey, Milo. As I scream like
What up?
3 people ahead.
Yeah.
Solid.
So you know how Rosalie was saying like we should probably keep things under wraps? We should probably put a covering over your little doohickey.
Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah.
The one thing I would want to totally down to test it is like I can still do it with it being hidden. Does that make sense? Like if I put
see.
something on it,
because
and it
you can
can't-
create that thing.
Yeah.
That's right. That's fair.
If that interferes with that, then no. If it doesn't, I'm all about it.
Yeah. Well, because it's kind of obvious with this child running around with a large purple rock on their arm.
Yeah.
So
It's just I could just say I went to the
like an all natural like rock
yeah.
reserve thing,
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
is a like a
It's
lavender
it's
crystal
yeah.
to enhance your chi.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it's like you were saying, if somebody knows about the stones, they'll know what
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, but I think I'm a person, so it might be a little different. But
Maybe
yeah, who knows?
because Rosalie puts hers in her hair.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying maybe.
Stick it in your
It
hand.
was just a thought.
Down to test.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure it doesn't like do that.
for sure.
Put it in your pants.
That could be that would be another thing that we can do at night to where it's
Yeah,
like
he's just
last
gonna-
thing.
That actually,
The cube.
I had a thought. I had some fun last night too before all the crazy stuff happened with my team.
Good.
We,
Yeah.
it was a good time, and then
it all went to hell?
Yeah, it got crazy. And we did like a bunch of sports. Long story short, came up with an idea to name the team.
Mm-hmm.
Was working with it with Violet and her teammates. And so internally, Team Milo is now known as the Twin Blade Guardians.
I like it.
We're also going to transition that into, if I start a mail company later, that's what I'm going to call it.
I like it.
We'll do merch, the whole thing.
Go to my website.
We want to...
I have an Etsy store now.
Want to put some stuff together for my actual team, i.e. Derby, make him a new hat, have that kind of stuff on him, but also like some armor. So let's take Wadsworth, for example. If he's out there doing some psionics and a sword, maybe like some leather, smidge of metal, work together, make some stuff for the battles ahead to protect the crew.
Okay. I am all for it.
Sweet.
That'd be super sick. Do you have like a design, or do you know exactly what you want each individual to have? And me and you, I can start kind of pre-planning, get your approval, and then we can work together on it.
Yeah, I've been kind of working on them, and I'll pull out a notebook that I've started using on basic ideas, but not nearly for everybody yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, buddy.
Which kind of begs the question, and I'll raise my voice a little bit to the whole team. We've been kind of going around doing all this, having all sorts of adventures, and like when we stopped Team Rocket, they wrote a newspaper article about us, and they called us the Ambercrag 5. Only 2 of us are from Ambercrag. That makes no sense. Do we want to have a name for us, even if we only use it amongst ourselves? If we go to save the world and we succeed, people are singing songs about us that we want to be known as?
None that spark anything right now, but I can I can go over some stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to like trick people.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we refer to like us later down the line,
'Cause I'm gonna be honest, if we save the world, I want to be known that we did it.
Like,
Gonna be
like we look at the stones and we know of the Guardians. We see those tattoos; they're the quiver. Like, what are we? I feel like we're just as important at this point.
Maybe.
Bamfs. Badass motherfuckers is what we are.
It's true.
And I make my way to the back of the line.
Just whisper it.
5 hard children.
5 hard children? Yeah, that's
a good one, right? It's temporary, because we're not always going to be children, but we will always be children, because if we save the world, we were children when we did it.
Yep.
So 5 hard children.
I thought you were going to say we won't always be children, but we'll always be hard.
I was waiting for
That's what I thought.
I was like, how do you keep up that level of
yeah.
intensity
That too.
your entire life? That's good. My God.
That is a very CJ recommendation.
Finger guns.
Coming at you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Think about it, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Down to mull over some
we're
ideas.
Not going with that one? We can take
No.
input. Okay, all right.
Phoebe goes, I have no ideas and I don't care about this, but not that.
I don't want to be known as one of the 5 hard children.
No.
Yeah, count me out of that group.
It could be the 4 children and someone else.
The 4 hard children and someone else. Sick.
That's somehow so much worse.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who is the someone else? What are they doing there? Why is any of this? Oh no.
I want to die in obscurity.
I'd rather die in obscurity than be one of the 5 hard children.
How many more days till we hit Greengate? 2 more? Okay.
You guys are one
So this
day
day and one
into
more?
the jungle.
What?
The
We're
things have
one
gone
day.
crazy.
I want to my feet.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Your feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You,
picking up
you
the
start
pace.
running?
No, not
You
running.
just like,
Just like power walking.
okay.
you
Like
know?
moms in the mall on
Yeah.
a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm okay. I'm tying up my laces.
Phoebe being at the front.
Yes.
I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Oh, I'm keeping an eye out. Nothing gets past me.
Always watching Wazowski.
Hey, Raz. Just in the jungle.
This is not loading.
What'd you roll?
A 10 on the die is what
10
he's
on the
asking.
die would be.
Look at it's.
I have your
messed
because
up.
I have your stats here. It'd be
That's
plus
what
3.
he just wanted to know. Was all
13.
So 13. I got you. As you're walking, Phoebes.
Yes.
You're walking along. You got Sage with you.
Yes.
It's worth noting, incredible as Sage is and has always been, the jungle pathway is not as clear as it has been.
Okay.
It's a little less so.
A little less so.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Slightly diminished. So it's not like a perfectly flat ground as you're walking along.
Okay.
As you kind of take some steps over a couple of logs, everybody kind of in their own heads, kind of figuring some stuff out. You guys are thinking about team names. You're like, I don't want to be this name that's been thrown at me that I don't feel comfortable saying. And as you take a step over a log, you hear, "Ooh!" right before you're about to put your foot all the way down.
You're gonna look down.
There's this teeny tiny little shrubbery looking guy. Got 2 little green feet. And it's like a little mushroom man.
Oh.
And he just stood there and he's like, woo! Woo!
Woo.
And it's got like this little like frilled mushroom like canopy.
Oh.
Woo!
Yeah. Are you?
And it
Good?
like takes a couple steps to the side out from under your boot as you like step down. It's like, ooh. 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 Ooh.
Hi.
It's just, ooh.
You're cute.
Ooh.
Sorry, I almost stepped on you.
Ooh.
You look a lot like the ground.
Ooh.
You blend in really well.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, that was intentional.
Ooh.
Almost too well.
Ooh.
You better watch yourself.
Ooh. Ooh. Looks a little pleased with itself, kind of like danced a little jig to the side, away from the rest of the stump. And as you kind of like finish your step over to the other side, you hear, "Woo!" And
Oh,
another
boy.
one under the other foot.
Is there just a bunch of these?
Ooh. And it kind of
Is
steps
the
to the
whole?
side.
Is it all moving like the ground?
No, just these 2 little.
Oh, just the 2 of
These
us?
2 little mounds of. They're like kind of partially submerged in the earth and like woo, and they just step out from under your feet.
Like mushrooms, you said?
Yeah, little mushroom men.
Little mushroom men?
Yeah, and they're just kind of woo. They kind of like step to the side and watch as Sage kind of like vines over the top.
Yeah.
Oddish.
Check it out, Sage.
Oddish. Oddish. They kind of shake vines for a second. You see a larger one. Almost looks in body structure similar to a Gallimimus, my favorite dinosaur. It's got 2 little legs, and it's got 2 little hands, and it's got a big tail. And the tail has a bunch of berries on it. And it's wearing like a mushroom hat, but it may actually just be part of its head. And it's got a little mouth and these 2 little eyes.
Yeah.
And it goes, woohoo!
Hello.
And it kind of walks out. Woohoo!
Nice to meet you.
And then you see it kind of go. Ooh!
What?
Woohoo! Ooh! And it kind of like grabs the little woos.
Yeah.
And the woohoo kind of pushes it off to the side of the path.
Uh-huh.
And they start to blend in with the grass as you hear the crunching of twigs and the snapping of branches.
Where? Ahead of us?
Seemingly a little ways ahead of you on the path.
Oh, boy.
And like the fluttering of large insectoid wings. And that is where we will leave you. For now.
Yeah.
We will pick up on the trail back to Greengate next week. Distrust, new information, and new beliefs to challenge everything they've known. The Tots are once again surrounded by a jungle flourishing with new life. If you enjoyed this episode of Boarding Party, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the Tots and stay up to date on the Laris region, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to our Patreon. From there, you can join the discussions in our Discord servers, or check out the post shows still rolling, and get a recap of every session with myself and the crew. There are also links if you'd like to check out some Boarding Party merch, and let us know in the comments below what you thought about all the new information and the hasty loss of Dragon. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next week when the Tots get ever closer to the mysterious Greengate.